Gentlemen, you're not supposed to be here.
This is a closed course.
Welcome back, episode, what is this, 7, Evan?
7.
Episode 6.
This is 6.
No, this is
No
7.
way.
This is flying.
This is episode 7.
No,
You
Six.
missed 6.
Huh?
Oh, that was. I
gone.
thought that was.
You were
5.
gone.
This is
That's
what-
why. Threw me for a loop.
That threw me through a loop.
What are we calling it? The horse race?
It's
This is what
episode
happens
7.
when we do a
Yeah.
horse
We
race
did a
before we
horse
start.
race.
I had a few beers before the podcast
We just did a horse
started.
race. I
He's
won.
blacked out on 2 Coors Lights.
Yeah. We've got a fun little game that we're doing with guests, and I guess we did it here. You got to play a game of Mario Kart on the N64.
Well, what's it called? Horse race.
This whole challenge.
Pins
is called
horse race.
Yes, the Pins horse race.
Correct. I'm explaining what's in the horse race.
Well, I didn't know if you
I mentioned it.
cemented.
Get with the
He
program.
said
Okay.
So you do Mario Kart, which you play Mario Kart. You got to finish the race, but you got to chug an entire beer during the race.
No
but you
drinking
cannot
and driving.
Let him
Get in there.
talk.
Let me finish, man.
Let him
You just want
talk.
to hear yourself. You have one
Just so
video on
eager.
TikTok going viral with your voice in the background.
Yeah, true.
You want to speak up.
Yeah.
So you got to pull the car over. You can't drive and touch the control. You got to chug a beer. You got to finish an entire beer before you finish the race and win. I'm 2 for 2. I've won the last 2. Then after that, you got to go make 2 putts on our putting green over here, and then you've got to do the beer eagle in the fastest time. We had our boy Dustin last week, Jacoby from the UFC over here. He really struggled with that.
know.
Give Dustin, cut him some slack. It was the first time we did that.
Fresh turf.
Fresh
we
turf.
just rolled that turf out.
just
too.
We rolled it out. It
There was
was
definitely a
rolling
tough
quick.
break in
It
there.
was rough. It's not quite a built-in setup yet. We're getting there. We're gonna put it over here, but it is a little suspect setup. But yeah, pretty good. So,
That was a fun podcast last week.
bro, that was it was fun because he wasn't here.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it was.
yeah,
I'm
thought
sad
it
I
was
missed
'cause
that.
Dustin was
I'm sad I
here,
missed
but-
that.
yeah.
He was a cool guy.
Yeah,
He was a
it
cool
seemed-
guy.
It seems sick.
It was cool because we did the podcast and we do these at night, and so he came and we finished the podcast. It was all great, and we're like, hey, it's like 8 o'clock. We're gonna get home. It's like, I'll have one more beer.
Yeah.
I'll have one more beer. Like 9:30.
Love that.
Hey, we're gonna leave. Just one more. Just one more.
He's the one
Like, all right.
guy.
And then we're like, all right, well, we're gonna go. It's just one more quick one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. He just wanted to shoot the shit. And
Bro,
we were
you said
talking.
you said he
He was great.
shoved that beer eagle down real quick.
Oh yeah,
It was the fastest chug of a beer I've ever seen in my life.
yeah, 100%.
It was like a second and a half.
I don't get it.
Evan will have the tape. He'll show you. We'll post
You think
it.
his whole throat just like?
I don't know.
I don't know about that, but whatever he did was.
I don't get it. Like, guys, I can't do it. Like opening the gullet. I don't understand the concept.
You just have to swallow as it's coming into your mouth.
That sounds like absolute
Swallowing.
hell. You know all about the guzzling.
Do that move again.
Yeah.
What was this?
Cut that from the tape.
What was that move?
That was like liquid
man.
pouring down your throat. That's
all
what.
Opening the
Okay, we're
guzzle.
off the rails already.
Okay.
Oh my god, man.
This is the intro still.
Yeah,
this
still
is
the
the
intro.
intro.
Welcome back.
John, did you have fun on the podcast last week?
Yeah, I did. I like Dustin.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Yeah.
I want to go golfing with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna set that up. He's got giant hands. I mean, his hands are massive. He's a big dude too. He's like 6'4".
Is he 6'4"?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's huge.
he was huge.
He looks short on
Bro-
camera, Justin.
Bro, he's like out of not out of shape right now, but he said
Whoa,
he's
you're
not-
saying he's out of shape?
no, he said he's not training right now. But I was gonna say his arms and everything are still massive.
Yeah.
His arms are huge.
Are you guys like looking him up and down? This seems a little weird.
We
We were
were.
with him
Don't-
for
don't
6
get me wrong.
hours.
Yeah, we were with him for like.
Dustin's
6
an
hours,
absolute
Some of us
unit.
were at
but-
We're
work.
best friends.
Some of
now.
us were at work. Some of us
Yeah.
were in South Beach, Miami,
Okay.
vacation.
Okay.
He went back home.
Went back
Okay,
to my
take a
Back
roots.
to
break.
his roots.
All right.
Born and raised.
His roots.
Like, do you think if the next time I see Dustin, I want to be like 50% leg kick? Give it to me.
I think we should do it next time we play golf with him. We should do loser gets a leg kick 50% from Dustin.
You know,
would
a
be
leg
down.
kick is the equivalent of like a baseball bat.
Yeah, but like
In
50%?
would
So I
maybe
can
say
get a
like
baseball bat and
20%.
just slap your
Do
leg.
you think has that? Like, do you think he has that percentage in his bag? Like, he can just like
Look, I'll
Yeah.
play him
Percent it out
straight
like
up.
that?
I'm happy. I'll do 100% leg kick to the dome.
you're dead,
Okay.
buddy.
I'm not gonna lose.
No, you're.
You
Oh,
know?
I mean,
He said he's a 7. I mean, he could.
He's a 7 handicap?
That's what he said.
He
Yeah.
Oh,
said
shit,
he's,
that's
he
pretty
shot
good.
even though.
We'll verify.
And he
Yeah.
identifies
You
as a
can-
15.
His best round, my worst round.
At Raccoon Creek. You guys have to play at Raccoon Creek.
Yeah. Oh.
Ooh, shitty course for Nick.
Not for me. Nightmare.
No
course.
minis?
Flashback backs to him shooting
Big
himself.
nightmare course.
Uh-oh.
Shit my pants.
Nightmares.
Brought that up on the pod.
Did you?
Bro, you should give him like 5
love him.
strokes, play for a leg kick to the head.
I'm not giving him anything if I got to take a leg kick to the head. I'll just play him straight up. Not a.
But you get a leg kick him in the head.
Yeah, he's just gonna be like, what?
He's got to be laying down.
Honestly, I think.
Yeah,
if-
he's got to be on the ground. I can't get a leg.
I
up
honestly
that
think if I leg kicked him at my 100%, he'd be like, "Did you kick me?"
high. Honestly,
we should ask him that. Be like, can I do one on you?
I would worry about literally breaking my leg if I connect.
Bro, those guys
or my
break their
foot.
shins.
Yes.
Like when they hit each other.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
that
not
Conor,
doing it.
like when we were watching that Conor McGregor fight, that title fight, was that against Dustin?
Yeah, it wasn't a title fight, but yeah.
Oh, against Dustin Poirier?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And like he snapped his shin. That's scary, man.
Apparently,
Anderson
fighting with
Silva
broken
number.
bones.
That's
is
scary.
just
Hey, Evan, can
everyday
you pull up
thing.
the Anderson Silva
Yeah,
video?
He played with a broken. Here he fought with a broken leg.
Connor?
Anderson
No.
Silva leg break.
Dustin?
He was in a fight in the 3rd round and he broke his leg and he's like,
In
the
the
guy,
he broke his leg in like the first.
the
round.
first round, like literally snapped it.
Bro, those guys are.
And he kept fighting, and then he beat the guy, and the guy didn't know he broke his leg. Like he had so much adrenaline.
Look at this. Look at this.
He knew it was broken.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Snap.
Ah! Oh god.
But
Look at his leg, bro.
And that's
That's
from
the spider,
him-
man.
That's from him kicking somebody else.
check.
It's a great block.
It's a good check.
Look at that.
Ugh.
And snap.
Then you go to step on it.
Oh, my. Oh! There was no check.
Little tidbit.
It was no check.
There was no check.
Bro,
Oh,
Evan, what's
God.
on your playlist? Fuller, thicker hair, longer ponytail hack.
Oh, that is
Bro,
absolutely
Nice
true.
algorithm.
Yeah, honestly, next time I see Dustin, I'll be like, bro, just leg kick me, swear.
Bro, well, we were talking about, we talked about it before, like the minor leagues of golf, like Korn Ferry, even below that, like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
all those crazy tours and how brutal that lifestyle is to like play on this tour, that tour. You're paying, you're driving across the
yeah.
country to play and you don't make anything.
Yeah.
Imagine being a fighter.
It's the same thing, but now you got to get your ass beat every other week.
Now you're getting
Well,
your
then you
ass
take
beat.
all your winnings and you just go drink it away that
Yeah.
night to
Yeah.
party.
Well, and the
Respect.
crazy thing with Korn Ferry is like, yeah, it's a shitty life. It's a lot of work, but you're golfing every weekend and you can make some money. Fighting, it was like every 6 to 8 weeks, so it's not every week, and you're fighting for like 20 grand if you go 3 rounds,
Yeah.
3 fights.
Yeah, he had to win the tournament to
The
win
tournament
20 grand.
win 20 grand.
What I did respect about that lifestyle is they'll get like the random, hey, this guy dropped out. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So like they always have to be ready to like
Just like pop it.
opportunity
Yeah.
door opens and you got to
Hey,
step in it.
We've got a wrestling mat at the YMCA this weekend for $200. You in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Classic Rocky.
And the way
story.
those guys like make weight, it's honestly
he went
shocking.
through that.
He was talking about it before the podcast started.
Yeah.
He's comfortable losing 15 pounds the morning of a weigh-in.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like within an hour.
I mean, like, what did he talk about? Like getting wrapped up in like a towel and
He
like
said
just
he's done
sweating
that,
all
but he
it out,
said
yeah.
if he drinks at least a gallon of water every day for a month, at least a month before the weigh-in, morning of, he'll sauna for like 30 minutes and lose 15 pounds.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
he brings a
you
credit
should
card.
try. You should try that.
Honestly, no.
Yeah.
So we had like some pizza and some barbecue catered and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
that
yeah.
we were eating before, and I felt really good about myself because I knew the next day I could go lose 15 pounds if I wanted to. So I could just eat whatever I wanted the night before and lose it tomorrow.
Justin's like, well, Nick, like, how much water do you drink? And Nick's like, well, today I've had like 2 beers and 6 ounces of Pellegrino.
That was my water intake.
And he's
for
like,
the
yeah,
day.
you're not losing 15 pounds.
you're
He's
not.
like, you know, you just lose all water. He's like, I bring a credit card into the sauna and just scrape the sweat off my body and it just drips off.
He'll say he has like nail polish remover, like acetone, but nail polish remover, and just wipe it on his skin and open the pores, and then go into the sauna with a credit card, and he's just dripping and he's scraping.
You
it
ready
off.
for that lifestyle?
How wild is that?
Bro,
15 pounds in like a half hour.
honestly,
I need that.
It's madness. Those guys are.
How bad is that?
Those
for
guys
your
are
body?
animals. Is it horrible for your body?
Awful.
Well,
Yeah. Because
I mean,
it's
that's
sucking out
not
of your
as
brain.
bad, but like when you got to wrap yourself in towels, that's got to be horrible.
oh, that's got to be awful.
Yeah.
I had to cut weight when I was 8 years old to make weigh-ins for football ones.
When you were 8, you were cutting weight.
Oh, because you want to be red stripe.
you get patched,
We got red striped.
and if you can get double patched,
What is patched? What do
Can't
you
run the
mean?
ball.
patched is you can't be like the only skilled position you can play is tight end
If you're patched,
if you're patched.
I thought
If
patch
you're-
meant you were like a fat lineman.
Double patch means you have to be within the tackles.
Yeah.
So like I cut weight to make no patch as like an 8-year-old.
what'd you weigh when you were 8?
I was 100 pounds.
Get the fuck out of
No,
here!
I kind of
I
remember.
was 5 foot, 100 pounds.
How old are you in?
Oh my god!
How old are you in 4th grade? That was my first year of tackle football. How old are you? Some
8.
years, some grades. No, It was third grade.
You're
It was
8.
first year of tackle.
So 7, 8.
Yeah, 7, 8. And it was like, for me, because I was like a fat, chubby kid,
Yeah.
I didn't want a red stripe. And for us, it was red stripe.
What the
So you had a
f- is
red
that?
stripe on your helmet. You couldn't carry the ball, at least in our
Yeah,
league.
not skilled.
That's not.
You
I
couldn't
played.
carry the ball. Because dude, you'd get like these guys. God, what's the Samoan kid that I played growing up with?
You get
Ben.
the 10-year-old who's like 6'2".
Oh.
I started. Well, I started playing football, and I played football in middle school, 7th and 8th grade.
I'm
Yeah.
cool with that.
And I was 7th grade. I'm like what, 14 maybe?
Yeah.
13.
Probably
7th grade.
13, 12,
12,
13.
12, 13.
Yeah.
So I was starting running back.
Was
and
this Florida or Colorado?
Colorado.
Okay.
Guys, I
Not
didn't,
the
go to,
home
I didn't go to school in Florida.
Okay.
It's okay. And
Be a football
I was
player.
I was a running back just because like I was the fastest kid. I was like running
Yeah.
back, punt returner, kick returner, and I was probably 5'5", maybe 100 pounds. Like I was fucking small.
Not even. You're barely that today.
But that's a good joke. I was like 5'5", maybe 100 pounds, but like I was running back, and I would get blown up for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but like I was fucking good.
Yeah.
Bro, go to like number 1 on this, Evan. The weight cuts, because some of them, it's probably at the end of the video, but they're literally like going up to the scale, falling over, about to like pass out because they're so dehydrated and messed up.
Who
was it? TJ Brickashaw? Is that who I saw?
Yeah, scroll to the end.
Oh, TJ Dillashaw.
Okay, so we're just like seeing that they cut weight here.
Yeah, but like you can see sometimes in the videos, like they walk up to the scale.
10, the
You probably
scariest
Google
weight
it
cut in
instead of
history
trying to
the UFC.
scrub a 27-minute video.
Yeah, let's just
For
Google.
fucking weight cutting. Look at that guy. I mean, really?
It's just awful.
Yeah.
Just shocking.
Well, anyway, I could sit here and talk about the UFC for 3
Yeah,
hours, but
you
I'm sure
could.
that's not what the people
We got it,
wanna
man.
listen
Big
to.
UFC guy.
Hey, my knowledge was on point.
Bro,
It was on point. It was on point.
Yeah. Every
impressed.
fight you've told me to get involved in and bet with you, lost. Just so you know.
Not saying I'm a betting expert. I like.
Well, you're the fucking MMA expert in every one. It's been
maybe you're the bad luck because I bet on.
Hey, it's a probability, okay?
I play the probability.
You need to
No,
listen
you
to...
play deep favorites or extreme long shots.
Yeah.
That's patently untrue.
Cool UFC thing though. That Brandon Royval guy who he trains
Oh,
with,
yeah,
Dustin
yeah.
trains with, said
That's
he'll
on
bring
the-
him on the pod. He fought Saturday night as a plus 300 underdog, won in Mexico City. So he's fighting.
Oh.
He's fighting for the title next.
Awesome.
Wait, what was the bet
Who?
that I placed? That he told me it was
That
plus
was at
750?
UFC
That's-
300.
Oh,
That's in
okay.
April.
I was really excited. That you
No,
said
no,
that.
no,
I was like,
no.
oh,
Wait, isn't
I
UFC
won that
300
one.
in the sphere?
No, that's 306.
So you need to listen to that Billy Walters podcast
Yeah.
on Joe Rogan.
Yeah, yeah.
The sports betting guy.
Yeah.
He was saying how like the how the books make all their money, especially on like now the mobile gambling's legalized, is all parlays, teasers, and long shots. Like
Like all those boosts?
you're just losing your ass. So I don't know what he
But
was
they
talking about.
incentivize you to do.
He said the parlay odds,
Like all those parlay boosts that are like
for sure,
all the wide receivers.
Scam.
Yeah.
They
pre-built ones are
incentivize you
bullshit.
to
Yeah, that's all
bet like
bullshit,
a
yeah.
jackass.
Yeah.
But even if you build your own parlay, he was saying like, look, a normal spread is like, you know, he said it was like 11 to 1 or you bet 110 to win 100, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Minus 110 or whatever. And that would be like the most fair odds. And he's got his own algorithm that shows his line that he'll bet if his line is better than the book's line, then he's going to hammer the book's line, right? And that's how he's going to make money. He has his own algorithm. But he was saying the parlay is like if you really did the math, like when you're just adding like Kelsey to score over 52 points, Chiefs to win or whatever, all these parlays, and it's like plus 750. You're like, oh, only these 4. He's like, really? Those odds should be like plus 1900, but they're giving you plus 750, and you're thinking like, I'm gonna win. It's shitty odds for you because you should be winning way more, and the book's still taking your money. So it's just like the parlays. He's like, if you're going to make money in gambling, he only bets like a single game or a single stat line is what he does.
What's his name? Billy?
Billy Walters.
How did he even get into it?
He started gambling at the pool hall when he was 6, he said.
Sorry, what?
6.
6 years old.
Yeah, he was like hustling people at the pool, his uncle's pool hall when he was
Built
6.
different, bro.
He's built different. And then he started sports gambling. Bro, he said in his heyday, he only bets he doesn't bet as much as he used to, but he's made hundreds of millions. He said in his heyday, he'd spend 6 to 7 million a year on just analysts, people that work for him that would create his own lines. So he'd hire like super smart Stanford and
We should
Harvard
do that.
grads
Bro.
We
to
should do
generate
it.
his own line.
Yeah.
And he wrote a book. He was like, you could have told me 10 years ago I'm going to give you the formula. He's like, fuck you. I would have never given, you could have paid me $20 million. I would have never sold you my formula. He's like, now I'm 77. I'm old. It's my legacy.
He's 77?
Yeah. He's given he wrote a book and he talked about it. I kind of want to get into it. But
They let him write a book about how to beat.
yeah, I should get it for Daniel Maurer. He comes up every podcast.
Yeah, here we go.
He
Daniel
needs
Maurer.
the Billy Walters
Just bring him on
podcast.
as a guest.
Just sort it out.
We can talk dentistry. He'll love it.
Yeah.
I texted Daniel and I was like, I don't know why, but Nick brings you up every single podcast.
Bro.
He's like, yeah, I think he has a secret crush on.
I think he does. He does. He's
his
a funny
voice.
guy. But like,
Honestly.
he's gonna be dead, Billy. They're gonna kill him.
No, he's been doing it. Now he's like, the books used to hate him.
Did his book published?
Huh?
His
yeah,
book
yeah, yeah.
published?
So
For how long?
I don't know, a couple years ago. I don't know.
Oh,
when he
really?
came out with it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But here's the thing. Vegas used to not like him because he could move the line. And Vegas, if you look at it, it's minus 110 for a reason because they want,
Vegas always makes
$100,000 on
money.
this
Well, yeah,
side.
bro. Why
they
would
want
they even
$100,000
why
on
would
this
they even
side.
let him into the casinos?
They love him because
Why? He wins.
No.
No, they always get a cut on a sports bet.
They get a cut. So
okay.
if they've got like the Super Bowl, the line moves depending on who's betting on it. So if a bunch of people are hammering the Chiefs because people think the Chiefs are going to win, they'll move the line down and San Francisco will be less of a favorite. So then more people will bet on the San Francisco 49ers and then it evens out. So if they've got $100 million on each side of the line, doesn't matter because they're taking 10% of each side.
Yeah.
So they're making, 20%
It's a
of
volume game for them.
10% of the 200 million,
so
they're
they
making
really do
$20
love
million
him.
bucks on
Yeah,
that.
damn.
So they don't care. He'll go put $1 million bet in. Great. He might move the line a little bit, and then the other side will come in, and there'll be $1 million on the other side. Doesn't matter. At the end of the day, the line's even, and
he's
Vegas
talking
makes
like
money.
he's strictly sports betting.
only sports betting. Really, NFL, NBA, baseball.
Speaking of Daniel Maurer, John, you weren't there in Scottsdale, but for people who don't know, Daniel is Nick's longtime friend, has a lisp, and Stewey asked him if his newborn son will now have a lisp.
What do you
You're
mean?
right.
That's not.
Lisps are genetic.
That's not a ridiculous. Why would?
Dead ass. He asked him, he goes,
dead.
does your son have it?
Yeah.
Like all concerned.
Like all concerned, like if it was inherited.
That's very
What is? What, There are other people out there that 100% think
What?
it's genetic.
Dan told me why he has lisps.
It's
told us
Because he missed his when he was a kid. He didn't have one, but
Yeah,
he
but I
lost his
also-
2 front teeth at the same time.
So did I.
He had to
But his
explain
tongue
this to
kept
Stewie.
coming out, and that's what
I
created it.
also I was in kindergarten and we were on like those like scooter things. They're like it was like flat with like 4 wheels, like a platform with wheels,
Yeah,
literally.
yeah,
You know what I'm
those are
talking
the
about? Like the
best.
handles. Those
Yeah,
are sick. Yeah. I was ripping on one of those. Like you got like a running start, sprint, and like jump into it like on your knees and then like just zoom.
Whoa.
Well, I did that and I like face planted on like the tile. Like
Knocked your teeth out?
knocked my 2 front teeth out, went back, had to pull them. So I didn't have 2 front teeth.
But how, that was in 4th grade?
I was in kindergarten.
Oh, kindergarten.
So like, why didn't I have a lisp?
I don't know, man. It developed. I don't know.
I
It
didn't
just
learn how to talk.
developed
Like,
it.
what do you mean?
I don't know. He just developed
I don't know.
gotta-
But his kid is not going to have it. That's all I
He's not
know.
gonna
There
have
are
it.
100% other people who think
The worst
lisp
part,
is genetic.
you were kind of joking, but you were also kind of serious
No, I
because
was-
you asked if it was contagious as well.
I didn't. That was a joke.
It was kind of serious.
It was a joke. It's not. I didn't. Not like contagious. I meant like. Or his kid.
The best part about it is we were all just like hanging around having some beers, and Stewie was like, "Hey man, I gotta like, why do you talk that way?"
Yeah, I think that's how
I
the
didn't put it
conversation
like that.
started. Literally.
No,
Why
I
do you
was-
talk
I
like
was just like
Yeah.
Daniel. I just was just like Daniel.
You're
How did you get a lisp? It was like how I put it.
Why are you like that?
I didn't say why,
Why are
you
you
like
the
that.
way you
I
are?
inner
love
thoughts
Daniel.
one
Don't
on
say
that
that.
one.
Don't say
Yeah.
that. I love
Hey,
Daniel.
over here.
It was funny.
Lisps can also be a result of genetics. So actually, go rot in
Yeah,
the
it's like
hole.
So
have a
now
fucked
you
job.
say,
Yeah.
see,
What?
now
I was right.
That's like if you have a fucked up jaw. Or
yeah.
something.
What? It said genetics.
I know, but then it said if you have like jaw problems or something like that,
I wasn't reading. I didn't read
that
the
can
rest.
cause
caught
a
him.
lisp. Caught him.
The development of a
You
person's
know-
jaw, teeth, tongue, and bit can cause a lisp.
oh god,
You know what's funny?
is bite.
He's gonna fucking hate me for this for bringing it up. but,
Daniel?
yeah, it's so funny because like I don't know it's like my wife Ashley. She can't tell your parents' accent at all, and she's just used to it. Like I don't even hear Daniel's lisp anymore. It's weird. I don't know why until you think about it, and then you can hear it. He is way less self-conscious about his lisp than he is his hairline, which is fucking hilarious.
When I
I
was,
didn't notice his hairline at all.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
but
one, he was wearing
if
a
you
hat the
bring
whole
it up,
time, so I don't
but he did get plugs. Sorry, Daniel, but it looks good.
you got what?
Plugs, like hair
Outed him.
transplant.
Oh,
You
We're outed
outed
him.
bugs.
And
You're outed.
He's outed. It looks good. I mean, I would do it.
You'll be texting him for the info.
I already did.
You already
You know,
did.
yeah, I asked him. But like,
Take off your hat,
who
man.
cares? It's not.
Oh
that
my
bad.
God.
It's not that bad.
It's like that scene from SpongeBob when he takes off the plastic bag on it.
It's not. It's honestly
Yeah.
not that bad. I just have a little receding hairline.
Bald,
I'm 34 with 4
bald.
kids. You know, not
The
bald.
stress.
Evan, can you
Stress.
find the video of the hairline review, the Dave Portnoy
all genetics.
hairline review?
It's
Just look
all
that up.
genetics.
But even when
Dave
I was talking with
Portnoy. Hairline
Daniel,
review.
I didn't
fine.
I didn't even notice his lisp at all. Like I didn't care at all. I didn't even notice it. But I was just like,
Why do you talk that way?
why are you like? Can you stop?
Yeah, that's.
Can you like not do
Covering your
that?
tracks here.
It wasn't like
No, remember he asked.
It wasn't like a bro, you're annoying.
Like, and then he's coaching him. Remember, he's like,
Yeah.
S.
Remember,
S.
just say S.
And Daniel can say S if he tries, but he's not thinking about it.
Yeah,
you know?
I see. I didn't know.
Bro, this video
What is this?
fucking hilarious.
Dave,
Is it? What are you on?
Evan, sort it out.
Got his
Oh,
other
the
videos
cut.
on.
Oh, he's got multiple vids.
We
Don't look
also
up
have a
Evan's
bonus.
searches.
Where's the
Yeah.
guy, right? So this guy, I got a lot of riffraff come up to me. Let me be part of a review. Let me do this. He says something that's never been said. He goes, "Want to do a hairline review?"
You're doing your pizza review. Can we get a hairline rating? I'll take my hat off.
Or you got a fucked up hairline or something?
I do.
All right,
I
fine,
do.
yeah. I'm expecting one of the worst hairlines I've ever seen from this dude. He's got a hat on. He's like, keep in mind, I'm 21. This better be so bad I lose
This
my
kid, he looks
breath.
50.
It's bad. It's bad. It's bad.
One out of 10.
It's
bad.
breathtakingly bad. You're 21?
21.
Is it a disease?
No shot. He's 21.
I just wear a hat all the time.
Wow, it's a 9'8" hairline. You know when you walk around, be like, boy, I got a hairline for you. What a move.
That's disgusting, man. I feel bad
That
for
was
that
a
guy.
bad
How bad is that?
That's fucking shocking.
It's
You're
all the
21 like that.
microplastics.
Microplastics.
Jesus.
That is a bad
It's
hair.
genetics. I have the same. You look at John's dad, great hairline. You look at my dad, same thing. I have thicker hair. Your hair follicle comes from your mother's side, but your hairline comes from your father's side.
My hair grows like a wildfire.
Does your hair? Does your
you got
dad
a
have good
haircut.
hair still?
Yeah.
You have a good hairline.
Yeah.
He's not balding or receding.
no.
And then you're good.
Yeah, I'm Gucci.
Liam's probably okay.
Derek's
I see a little.
65.
Yeah,
I
Derek's
don't know.
got
I
good
see a
hair.
little.
I've always had like this.
That
like,
little-
It's just
Yeah,
the
but it's
Action.
never gotten. It's not.
It's not like
receding.
thinned or anything. It's just always been like a.
He's just always had that
widow's peak or something
distinct-
it's called.
Yeah, yeah,
Watch
yeah.
out for
That-
Grandma
yeah.
Betty though.
Who's Grandma Betty?
Oh
no.
You don't want that genetics.
Yeah.
Grandma Betty.
Bro.
Don't worry about it.
She had like hairline like that guy, but it was like curly blonde, like a little afro.
That's gonna be me in 5 years. No.
Hard no.
I'm not gonna say that. I got speak it into existence.
He just said he's gonna be you in 5 years.
No. It won't be. It won't be.
Find some wood there, buddy.
Well, besides Dustin, we also did the RealTree collab.
Oh yeah,
That was
We
a
should talk
fun
about
collab.
That, that
Yeah.
was fun.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't know how big of a thing RealTree was until we started like building out this collab. I had a lot of buddies texting me like, "RealTree, that's like really legit. That's sick."
Yeah.
I'm not a big hunter, so I wouldn't know, but RealTree is like massive.
Well, I didn't know that you had to like. You can just like make a camo print. Like I didn't know that. You had,
That's
like,
No.
Like it's wild.
Talk about
RealTree's
that, Nick.
Yeah, RealTree's a crazy business because they essentially license or collaborate depending on what you're doing with them, and sometimes it's a combination of both. Ours was a collaboration. They're like, "Hey, we want to be into golf. We're gonna license you the print to use, so you can use these prints on your products." So we did beer sleeves, some head covers, a couple golf bags, and a couple polos, and you can use that print, but you have to send it to our factory. So they have to make the polos. Basically, you send our fabric, which is proprietary to Pins, of like the material and whatnot, and it's blank. And then it goes to the RealTree factory. They print it. It's printed, and then it goes back to our apparel manufacturer, and they cut it and sew it into polos. So it's pretty crazy how that like whole process works. But yeah, RealTree is like super. I mean, they're like rabid fan base for RealTree, and it's super cool camo. The whole business model is amazing. But yeah, it's super cool to work with them. And how it happened was there was a product called X Products. They make a sweet thing. It's called a cannon, and they also make a golf ball launcher. The guys at X Products have given us some products before. Basically, you screw this attachment onto an AR-15, and then you load in blanks. And then instead of putting a bullet, it's like a muzzle loader because it's an attachment to an AR-15, and you put in cans, like Pepsi cans or a golf ball, and you just fire the gun like you normally would, and it shoots it out.
What?
So it shoots the blank, and the gunpowder sends the ball launching like 300 feet. So it
like,
sounds like
way,
a gun.
like way more intense than that thing we did
It's like that, like the compressed air. If you guys have done like a golf ball launcher at a scramble where they plug the air into it and they
that thing
get the
launched
PSIs
like
up,
300 yards.
It launches it, right? Yeah, for sure.
Crazy.
But it's the same thing, but it goes into an AR-15 model, and you're shooting a bullet to get that ball out there.
Wild.
And so anyways, we were doing some content, or we did something with that, and RealTree saw it, and they're like, "Hey, we should do a collaboration. Like, we want to get into golf." And they, we've been working on it for like almost a year now.
It's wild.
But isn't the crazy thing with RealTree, like they own, like doesn't RealTree own all those camo prints? So, like if you see a camo print, it's licensed through RealTree or collab.
If it's
with
a true, their whole thing is like it looks like real forest. So they have like guys that go out and take pictures of like a forest, and now they're so specific where though you can get like a RealTree pattern that's like specific to like Minnesota Northwoods or like Colorado Fall or South Florida swamp, and they get real pictures, and it's like their camo print. We went with some popular ones, the original, the timber, and the edge, I think, were the patterns. But
right, and like some of the photos, like you're like legit camouflage. Like you cannot be seen if you're like head to toe in that shit. You cannot be seen.
You cannot be seen.
Well, now you can hunt in the golf polo.
Yeah,
true.
Now you're hunting.
If you
birdies.
ever wanted to hunting for birdies,
hunting birdies, yeah,
hunting birdies.
Bro, Evan came up with
birdies.
That was Dustin. That was Dustin. We were talking about the RealTree collab with him over pizza, and he's like, "Bro, hunting birdies," and we were like, "Oh fuck,
we're using that.
Like, we're taking that tag.
We're taking that.
We did take that,
and I'm giving you no royalties at all, Dustin.
Yeah,
zero.
Yeah, nothing for the idea, but
we paid him enough beer. And
please don't.
Yeah,
please don't.
We did.
Or hurt me.
Well, I think Evan has the video, or Alex sent it to him, because Alex has that AR-15.
Yeah, that's
golf
the X
ball
product.
gun.
Yeah, that's the can.
He sent it to Evan.
Yeah.
Is this what it is?
Yeah, this is it. So this is the cannon. So it goes into an AR-15.
Look at Alex, so
You
serious.
just dropped the ball in there.
You just drop the ball in there. That's
Look
a
at this.
regular AR-15.
What the?
Load it like you do, and then you shoot the golf ball.
He said he shot it over those trees, like into the forest. That's how much power it had on it.
That's fucking dope.
So I was like, God, we got to do a video. And RealTree wants us to come out. They have like this huge camp. I think it's in Tennessee, isn't it, John, or something?
Georgia.
Maybe Georgia.
Somewhere in the south.
And they want us to come out and do something. We'll be working with them for a long time. We're going to do some more stuff with them. They're great. But I was like, we got to incorporate this into our video. But you know how woke Instagram and Google are. They're going to ban the videos because you got an AR-15. And then can you imagine like showing up to Rolling Hills with that thing, like an AR-15, load a golf ball in there and shoot it? I mean, we've already pissed off multiple golf courses before, so
I mean, come on.
we're not going to take that one on. But it's not just like the launcher where it's like, psst, like because it's compressed air. It's a real like AR-15. Like,
Well, it sounded. I mean, that's a gunshot.
Well, it's
Yeah.
blank.
Yeah, it's literally shooting a blank.
It's pretty wild.
That's great. Where is that?
Though. It's like
It was like at Alex's.
It's like an AR range up. By
No.
his house.
Where's the machine? Where's the gun with the tube?
Alex has it.
Yeah,
I want to shoot that shit.
yeah.
Oh, there's videos of people like shooting it at mannequins with like like the flesh mannequins that are supposed to show like real damage on a person. It just like blows a chunk out of their head
With a golf ball?
with a golf ball.
Yeah.
It's like a
That's also another danger thing that you'd have.
it's like an 80 caliber.
Yeah, it's like
projectile.
you would kill someone 100% if you shot him. Like
That's way better than a gun.
Yeah. No. Well,
Well, no. But it's cool.
I always think of the scenario of someone breaking into my house and I have self-defense. It's like a little sawed-off shotgun like this, just like blowing them down my stairs. But yeah, if you brought the golf ball thing and just put one right through his chest.
I don't know how it would make me.
Because it's not getting into the neighbor's
I don't know
house.
how it would make me feel if, like, imagine I'm a burglar, I break in.
Yeah.
And, like, I get shot in the leg and I see a golf ball.
A yellow,
Yeah.
a yellow
I'd be like,
range
You got a
ball.
little yellow vice on the ground.
What? And there's just, like, a hole, like a shard out of my leg.
Yeah. You'd
I'd
be
know,
like,
I'd be
I'm
like,
getting out of this
I'd be
place.
like, what just happened? Yeah, I wouldn't even know what to do.
what a sad thing to get shot from. A golf ball?
Yeah.
A yellow Wilson.
Yeah.
Noodle? That's what stops you.
You get a noodle to the dome?
Yeah, noodle.
Yeah, I think if I had
Get
that, I'd
killed
load
by a
up
noodle?
Noodles. Go find some noodles and top flights and
some
throw them in
noodles.
there.
Get murdered by
God,
a
that
noodle
is
golf
kinda-
ball.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
That would
Yeah.
be a tough one, man.
That would be brutal.
Or like a, what?
No, I was just gonna say, but that's why with home defense, you don't want like an AR-15 is an awful home defense weapon. I mean, it is great in terms of like accuracy and power,
mid-range.
but it could go through the dude, through your drywall, through your
The golf ball?
no, just a gun.
Oh,
an
yeah.
AR-15.
Oh, yeah.
Through your drywall, through your wall, into the neighbor's house, through them into the neighbor. Like it's
collateral
so
damage,
powerful.
Well, that's what makes
They
me
shouldn't have been standing there.
That's why like shotguns or an AR-9. Like I have an AR-9 and a shotgun and a handgun. Just really prepared, but those guns are great. And the shotgun for Ashley, like all you do is just point, shoot, and you're gonna get a little spread on it.
Yeah,
you know.
Little spread. I want a shotty.
That's what makes me laugh because I think all of us have our concealed, but Stewie has his, and his are loaded with like range rounds. And that's what I talk about. I'm like, Stewie, if you shoot an intruder in the office.
You have FMJs on there? You need to use like Hornady.
Yeah, no. I have Hornets.
you.
Actually, my mom got me those for Christmas, but I'm not going to load them in.
That's what you need to use.
I still got the
I'm
solid
like,
shit
Stewie,
in
if you
there.
shoot someone, you're going to hit that person, then the person
You need
behind
to.
them,
It's a
then the family of
responsible
4
thing
in the
to do.
car behind them.
Okay, it's
cause
not
them
going to
to
go
crash.
through the heads of all 4. Let's not get
No,
ridiculous.
you want like a Hornady self-defense bullet where it's going in and it's just exploding.
Yeah, I got those.
Yeah, okay.
But I want
put it
I
in
want to
your-
make sure
That's what you
like,
need to put
I
it
want to
in
see
your
a hole through their
carry
chest.
gun.
It's just going through. It's piercing. It's not doing anything.
They're going to die.
They're still going to move.
No,
No, you want
the exit one.
you want the exit wound being like the size of a softball.
Just switch them out.
They're not going to move. I dare someone to
Safe-
try me.
It's safer for everybody else.
Well, you live, in an apartment next to all the illegals coming in. Aren't they housing them right next door to you
No,
guys?
they actually kicked them all
Literally.
out. No, they kicked
Did
them all
they?
out.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, I
With
didn't-
all the tents? What do you mean?
Well, yeah, all the tents, but the hotel behind the tents is just,
Oh, they're housing them?
that whole hotel
yeah.
is full of them.
Sick.
I love Texas.
What are they from Venezuela?
Yeah,
Nice, man.
Yeah.
which is crazy because literally it's like a motel, probably 150 to 300 rooms, and it's just that's all it is. They don't rent out that hotel anymore.
Yeah,
They
just
pay? They
migrant
don't,
housing.
they don't even,
Just
they don't even have to
straight
pay
up migrant
for it?
No, the government's paying for it. Your taxes are paying for
That's
it.
3 meals a
correct.
day.
I love
too.
that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Joseph.
Yeah.
Bitch.
It's a whole other conversation.
Yeah. It's
That's a
another
whole nother
conversation.
It's like
But
it's like the student loan thing. He's not taking that away.
no.
Now we're paying for it.
Now
Yeah.
we're paying for it.
It's
What
just a
happened to free
transfer
college?
of debt.
Huh? What happened to that?
I think you probably can get it now if you got any loans. Just call up your boy Joe and say, "Hey, pay for my loans," and John will pay for it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah,
Thanks, John.
Fruit of your loins.
yeah,
Thanks, John.
that's how it goes.
Yeah. Thanks, John.
Not
about-
great.
Taxes theft. We're big on that here.
Very big on
Yeah.
taxes. Taxation is theft.
Well, last podcast we talked about like social media, how Nick kind of grew that on the Instagram. It's all in house. No one else does it for us. No other outside companies. But this time I kind of wanted to talk about the wholesale because I think originally you were kind of against wholesale, right, Nick? Or
Yeah.
You were kind of weary at least to get into it, and now wholesale is a major part of our business. So talk about how we expanded in the wholesale. And thankfully, we have other people besides you who thought it was a good idea.
You were a bit wary.
So it's not about that, and John could probably agree with this. It's not about that we didn't want to get into wholesale. We want to approach it the right way. I think with a brand, any brand, you can jeopardize. Like if we were going to go sell to, Marshalls or Walmart, that kind of devalues the brand. So we want to be strategic with who we're working with. We also weren't 100% ready. We had the business up for 2 years before we went to the PGA show. I think in 2021 was our first show. No, 2022 was our first show. At the PGA show. So to get into wholesale, and we had the business for 3 years. So at that point, we're like, okay, we're ready to kind of move into wholesale with green grass, golf courses, PGA Superstore and Golf Galaxy, a strategic play where not all of our products are offered in those stores. It's head covers and accessories in those stores. But you want to be strategic with who you're working with, and we wanted to do it right and make sure that we could supply those. And it's a different business model going into wholesale versus direct to consumer. So I think it was a strategic play. It was the right time to get into it. Now we're growing and expanding. And you see on the direct to consumer side, courses are coming to Pins and Aces because they see our presence on social media or our products or their members are requesting it. And now vice versa. Someone goes and picks up a product at a golf course, and then they come back to the site and buy
Yeah.
it.
So were you against selling to courses? Or not against, but were you wary of selling to courses or more the Stewie stuffing beef jerky in his face? I can't even focus.
Why, man? Why?
Chewing in the mic. Evan just put a
Chewing in
note
the
up.
microphone. I can hear it.
Come on, man.
Get your face. Get your face out of the mic.
I'm not in it. I'm
He
Just
took
lean back,
He
man.
took 1 week off, and now he's just.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to behave
Does
on a
whatever,
podcast.
does whatever he wants.
I didn't think it was that loud.
This is why I'm back here.
Yeah. So, no. Again, I think it goes to we weren't 100% ready. We didn't have the offering. Wholesale also wants a full collection. We first launched polos and some head covers. We didn't have a good enough offering to say, hey, carry our stuff. Now we have outerwear, shorts, pants, polos, head covers.
And the wholesale orders are like so much per, like we always talk about the average order value of one wholesale order is what, like $1,500?
Yeah.
It's crazy, but that's a lot of product, and a lot of our stuff's limited. We sell out of it on purpose to D2C, but wholesale that could cause some issues for sure.
Yeah, that's definitely part of the issue with having a full inventory of stuff when a lot of our items are limited. The pullover I'm wearing is limited, coming out with that real soon, if not today when this launches. The Yeti pullover, but that's by design. Like some stuff is going to stay e-commerce, limited edition for our fan base, and then other stuff, more of our evergreen stuff, is going to be available at a pro shop.
Definitely makes purchasing really, really hard.
It makes, forecast, especially with growth.
The longer we're in wholesale business, we're learning all the time.
Yeah.
It's kind of calling us to higher standards, improving our processes. So I think it's been like a real blessing just to jump in, and it continues to help us get better. Feedback we get from these buyers, all these new customers where, otherwise we wouldn't be able to see that all the time.
I think it's something that's understated too is the forecasting aspect of the business when you're growing and scaling. Last year was difficult for us for in-stock inventory, and it wasn't because we couldn't get our stuff from our supply chain or our manufacturers. The brand was growing at such a clip, so much demand from wholesale and online, that it was hard to keep some of these items in stock all the time. And that definitely, hurt us in the sense of revenue coming in, but good for the brand that, hey, there's the real demand for the brand. Let's make sure that we have more items in stock. And our goal this year for 24 is to keep the evergreen collection. Spring collection drops 3/1. To have that in stock year round or until fall collection, then it retires. We do a big drop in spring, big drop in fall, and then limiteds in between that will never restock. So making sure that those spring and fall collections are always in stock. And then for people listening or following the brand, the limiteds that we do, they're available, once a year in a new variation like our Augusta collection or 4th of July, Cinco de Mayo, St. Patty's Day, or Joker, Yeti. Those are available, one and done. And, they may come back in a different variation, but they're not there all the time.
Do you think it's hard for buyers sometimes to understand when they went like, I want the Yeti, and be like, it's sold out. And they're like, well, order more. It's like, well, no, it's limited.
Yeah.
Like, do you think it's hard for them to comprehend that sometimes?
Yeah, for sure. You can't, and you don't want to sacrifice the brand and the strength of the brand and your customers online by saying, well, they're just going to go and sell 500 of these to a wholesale account. When they said they only had a few hundred, which we truly do online. No, that's all it is. It's not available to wholesale.
Yeah.
You can only get it online.
Yeah. So did some courses struggle with that in the beginning? Like, well, Pins and Aces doesn't have this available, so I'm not going to buy, but...
Yeah.
In reality, we were just staying true to our D2C customers and saying, hey, we only have 100. We're not selling you guys 50 of them. It's for our true fans, and we only have 50.
Yeah, there's some courses that are just like, well, I want the Zippo collab you did. Well,
and
that was limited.
They probably thought it's like, oh, you guys have inventory issues. But it's like, no.
Yes.
No, we do it on purpose.
We
do it on purpose. Well, why wouldn't you just have way more and sell it? Well, that's not the point.
Yeah,
we're not.
Defeats the purpose.
We can't say we're perfect either. There's still always situations, but
Crazy thing about the wholesale, like PGA Superstore, Golf Galaxy, like those are two things we're trying to get our apparel into, and they're planning out like right now. They're probably planning
25.
Yeah, fall 2025.
Yeah,
that's like 18 months from now. So that's been kind of an eye opener for us. I think is planning out our apparel that far in advance.
Which I don't love because trends can change, markets can change, and you're planning out, you're designing something that far ahead. Now, we should be ahead of it, a year ahead of what we're coming out with, but to be that far ahead is, I still don't understand how that makes sense, I guess, on a huge big box business. But again, that's why we're selective with who we're working with in that regard.
Sure. It is pretty cool, though, when you go to a course like a different state, I've never played, you walk in and they're selling pins.
Yeah.
That is definitely a cool
thing. Or just like people on the course wearing it.
Yeah. That's also always a cool thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really want to make those like pins in the wild card, and all of us just have like 10, 20 of them in our wallet at a time. You see someone at the airport or on the course wearing pins, and you just like give them a 30% off coupon. Or,
don't even say anything, too. Just like give it to them and walk away.
Yeah.
Be like super like sketch about it.
Yeah.
Like, hey man.
I like that. Like that guy we saw at the airport. We're like, I love your pullover. He's wearing that one, I think.
Yeah, he's wearing this in the airport.
He was wearing that in
From
the
a
airport.
distance, I was like, Nick, is that the orange pullover?
Yeah.
And then he walked up, and Nick's like, nice pullover, man. He goes, thanks, bro, pins and aces. And me and Nick just kind of laughed as he was like rushing to his flight. We're like, yeah, we know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Trust me, we know.
Yeah. I don't even think he knew who we were or where he
love that
got it or
guy.
whatever. But yeah.
Why would someone know who you are?
Huh?
What?
Well, bro.
Hey, he's verified.
Those are
famous. I'm
AirPods.
verified.
Yeah, you're verified. You're,
It's funny.
You're you and your 300 followers, man.
It's so
Such
embarrassing.
a fake verification
joke.
story.
It is such a joke as well.
Again, why even tell
Pins
it?
is verified, so
Why even tell it? Why even fucking tell it?
go ahead.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
fake-
you're embarrassed.
It's a fake alibi. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
So
Muster up the courage and tell the story.
Get
it's
the story straight.
the business account has to be linked on Meta to a personal account. It's true. So my personal Facebook account, which I don't use, and my Instagram account is linked to the Pins business account. Pins was verified prior to Meta selling verification. When that happened, all of a sudden I got verified. But it was like 2 days after they came out with you can pay $10 a month for verification. And so the people were like, oh my God, you had 300 followers. You pay. I have not posted on Instagram in a year. Like I don't post on Instagram. So now all of a sudden the 300, and I'm private. I just show like if there's a post, it's for my kids, whatever. And now it's verified. I can't unverify it either. I cannot do it.
If I was embarrassed, I'd probably tell the exact same story.
It makes sense.
Plus the
Good story.
$15.99 a month you pay, right?
Yeah.
Well, that I don't know what that charge is for, but it comes
Yeah.
out Meta
Yeah.
10.
It's a,
$10
it's
a
a
month.
random meta.
It's some
Always
random
on
Meta
there.
charge for $10 a month.
monthly that I
Yeah.
pay.
Yeah. So blue check gang though, you know.
Yeah, blue check gang. Yeah.
Fuck you.
Bro, have you seen like the videos of that one guy like calling like girls that have like the blue check on like Instagram?
Call him out.
And like, no, he's like, oh yeah, I'm from Instagram. We're taking your blue check away. Like, we just can't do it. And the girls like throw a fit. They're like, I worked hard for that blue check.
No.
They like freak out. Yeah. They're like,
Really?
They're like, you can't do this to me. Like, I worked so hard for that. Like, I did all. And then like they like freak out. It's
Gonna
hilarious.
be
Bro,
Nick.
And the guy's just like pissing himself laughing the whole time on the phone.
It's funny because with Pins, we did work hard to get that blue check on Pins before they offered. It was like a year and a half.
We earned
before
that
they,
check.
Yeah.
It was cooler that when you couldn't.
It was
buy
cooler when you couldn't
Yeah, it was
buy it.
way
Now
dope.
but
Yeah,
if
that's
you go
sick.
to like about this account, it'll show you when they got verified and like it'll tell you if they paid for it or not. So you go
Oh,
to
for
my
real?
page and look at like when it was and if it's paid.
Go
or
call him
verified.
out. Go right now.
Go call him out.
Please find us the evidence.
Find him. Go call
Find
him
the
out.
evidence. Send it to
Price
close.
Does it
course
actually
with
show you
Pins
if you
and
paid or
Aces.
not?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
So you know we're legit.
yeah. So and it tells you like when you were verified. You can look at like, okay, they got verified this day. This was a year and a half before we came out with Meta paid verification.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, worked hard for.
Why would they even do that?
When did we start getting wholesale reps? Because that's something that we're still hiring. Did we get a rep right at the beginning, or did we wait until it kind of
No,
blew
we-
up a little bit?
Justin.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess people like Justin.
know John?
Even,
We met with Cammy first.
even more. Yeah, I was gonna say even more like Cammy, who's our Arizona rep, Mexico.
yeah.
Some other places like that. But did we do that right from the start, or did we wait for it to grow a little bit first?
I can't remember. I think we brought in Justin first to like help with wholesale. And he was a rep and he was also a head pro and he was kind of working on the internal wholesale side. And then I think when he came in, it was like, let's start adding some more reps. And I think we have like 12 or 14 reps now, throughout, the United States. So, I can't remember how that whole process worked though. But yeah, so the rep market is basically golf's a very interesting market where a lot of courses still want to order from a local rep that rep multiple brands. They rep TrueLink shoes, they rep maybe I don't know another brand who wouldn't compete because you don't have competing brands.
Yeah.
You have like a shoe brand, you might have a belt company, you might have Callaway, a club maker, and you might have Pins and Aces for apparel. And they rep multiple different brands and they try and, they get anywhere from 8 to 12% of commissions on what they sell into the course. And they're trying to maybe have a book of big business of 1.5 to 2 million. The club reps make more, they order the Callaway rep and the guys are ordering a lot of clubs. They try and get that in and they make good reps make good money. Shitty reps make shit money and they don't stay around too long. And that market's tough. Anybody can be into it because it's like, hey, I'm only paying you if you sell. So you got to try and find good reps with that.
Yeah.
And now we're in like over 900 courses, right?
Yeah, like 950.
So did you think that that was going to be the result when we started the wholesale program? Did you think we were going to be in this many courses? And we're still growing at a crazy rate.
Yeah, it's still growing. I don't know. Yeah, I think the brand's there. There's a lot of legitimacy online, but no, I mean it's great. It's a great business, and again, for me, I think it helps the overall brand. If you're in a higher end club, you're in a golf club, it's a little bit different. And there's people who have never heard of the brand still right now that get a polo and they're like, "This is a sweet polo. What is it? Pins and Aces. I'm gonna go online. Oh, they have other designs that they don't have at my shop. I'm gonna buy them there."
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, I know I need a bathroom break, so you guys want to take a bathroom break and a
gosh,
beer?
here we
We're
go.
like 10 minutes in.
Yeah.
No. All right, we'll take a bath.
Okay. Cut.
Nick needs a beer.
Love that.
We'll be back now.
Okay, we're back. We got a
And we're back.
top off. Liam got his squirrel bladder fixed.
I'm on my 60th milligram of CBD here.
Yeah, CBD drink.
John's on it.
He's taking 2 of those.
Yeah, they're good. Okay.
2 CBD drinks. 20 milligrams.
It's anti-inflammatory.
Something hemp extract.
Put the dragon in the water.
Mix it up. Get one of them. So there
You're
wasn't
ridiculous, man.
there wasn't that.
Give me one. Please give me one. Is
Full addiction.
that his in? Give me one. It's like crack to him.
So there wasn't too much sports going on in the past week.
I heard people sniff Zins.
How about Rafa, though? We should talk about Rafa.
But Mexican Championship, I think that's what it was called.
Yeah, the Vedada?
I thought it was the
It was in
Mexican
Mexico.
Vendetta? No.
I don't know.
Bendejas.
That was like yeah,
Vendajo.
PGA event. Our boy
Yeah.
Rafa made the cut,
Rafa Compos.
played pretty well, and got the hole.
Oh, yeah.
Bro,
Look at
that
this is
nasty
on
238-yard
this is-
hole-in-one.
Nice. Little Coca-Cola action with the
Oh,
pins
I
and
love
aces.
Coca-Cola.
Pins and aces,
Pins and aces times
Coca-Cola.
How
Coca-Cola.
about that?
Look at that swing.
Look at
He's
that, Rafa.
He's in the
Look at
vintage.
that hole, dude.
Make it
That's
longer
like
next
230,
time.
Gary. Right over the bunker.
I like the late turn.
Oh, he's in the 4th of July last
Rafa
year's drop.
Compos, 226, par 3, 17th. He's rocking our 4th of July polo. There's our boy Stefano, his caddy. He just got to deal with Valspar paint, which is great for Stefano.
Stefano did.
Yeah, he did. So it's crazy. Rafa, that was his second hole in one of the week. He had one in the practice round. So he had 2 in 4 days.
That's wild.
I still had 0. And I was texting him. I was like, how many? Well, like 16. So I don't know. I lost count. I'm like, what?
We just loses count after
Yeah.
one.
I don't know. When you're a pro.
Am
and
I
you're
the
that
only
good-
one here with a hole in one?
I probably won't have a hole-in-one for a while.
I'm going to get one on a par 4.
But during the photo shoot today, I was striping
Probably you would.
Yeah.
some irons.
But Nick has like 5 albatrosses.
2 albatrosses.
cares.
No one cares about an
Try
albatross,
to, try to bump it up.
It's so pissy.
Bro,
It's
so
harder.
much harder than a hole in one.
Bro, it's so much harder.
So much more impressive.
It probably is harder, but no one cares.
I don't give a shit.
Real golfers care. They're like, bro, I'd rather have an albatross than a hole in one.
No one says
Yes,
that.
lots of people say it.
Televised event.
Let's
Would
say
rather have a hole-in-one.
we'll do a little poll right now. We'll put it on Instagram.
Go ahead.
Would you rather have an albatross or a hole in one?
Hole-in-one.
Hole in one wins.
100%.
I don't think so.
hole-in-ones. I'll bet
I
you
think the
20
albatross
bucks.
wins. Albatross is a 2 on a par 5, a double eagle. You got to hit 2 good shots to get that albatross.
I'm not saying it's not harder, but I think people would rather care about a hole in one.
I was playing actually when I had mine. I was one of them. I was playing with Travis from PGA Memes in Dallas. First hole of the day, first hole number 1 at Cowboys Club in Dallas. Had a hole in one in COVID, so they had the foam cups in, and the cup was like this deep. So it was no, it wasn't above the hole. It was still below the hole. So the ball was sitting on top of the foam, which is even harder because you had to hit it. They couldn't go like hard and roll over and just go in. It sat right on top of the foam, and so I was 3 under after one. I think I shot 40 on the front.
What's bad about my hole in one is I was pretending to swing like Jim Furyk,
Were you really?
which is like the goofiest swing.
It wasn't like a 5-iron, like 220 too. It was like a
Yeah,
good hole in
and it
one.
was just like a one hop, ding ding.
We're going to put the poll up live. Would you rather have an albatross or a hole-in-one? And I'll bet you hole-in-one wins.
$20. You're already down $20.
No, I bet you a 12-count meal at Chick-fil-A tomorrow.
Okay, deal.
Okay.
It's less than $20. I would have taken the $20, but
I'd rather have food.
okay.
I'm a growing boy.
Okay. Albatross or hole in one? Which one is it?
It's going to be a hole-in-one.
Okay.
You know what
Speaking
to do.
of food, so this is what I was thinking about last night, kind of off topic here. You know what now just drives me crazy?
You know what grinds my gears?
You know what grinds my gears?
What?
Spicy ranch.
What?
Spicy ranch.
Bro, you're the guy
Grinds
coming from
my-
the guy who eats
Ranch
a tub of mayo
queen.
a day.
So
like, shut up.
hold on.
Aioli man.
No, I love aioli.
Yeah, you're
I love mayo.
an aioli slut.
Spicy ranch grinds my gears.
I love spicy.
This is why I don't like spicy ranch. It's an oxymoron Ranch is not spicy. It's like when you do the challenge, you're drinking ice cream and dairy.
It's because of buttermilk.
Right? And that's buttermilk. And then you got spice in there. And it's combining two oxymoronic flavors together in someone who has no real taste palate is trying to mass taste. If you ask for spicy ranch at the club, I'm really not in a good mood anymore. I'm totally against spicy ranch.
Put on pizza.
But there's so many food ingredients that are that.
I just don't like spicy ranch, man. I think that if you choose spicy
ketchup,
ranch,
what about
spicy mustard?
It's different.
What about a
How
sriracha?
is it different? It's
What about
spicy
a
things.
sriracha aioli?
oxymoronic. It's not oxymoronic.
It's a
Sriracha
condiment.
aioli.
I'm good with
What are you
sriracha
saying?
aioli.
Sweet and sour.
What are
I'm
you
good
talking
with-
about? Yeah.
It's not a spicy ranch, bro. You got a spice and then you got a dairy and you combine them and it's not
I
good.
will
and
say-
it's just a joke.
Oxymoronic.
An
It's a
aioli is
flavor-
made with egg yolk.
Cover.
Did you just hear about this
Love it.
oxymoronic and now it's like a
Ranch made with
buzzword?
buttermilk.
Maybe a week ago, yeah.
But that was like when I was trying to reverse the trailer in Arizona.
Bro, what do we call it? It was what I know what it was, but
Jackknife.
I know, but what were we saying the word was?
Knife jacked or something.
No, we were saying jackknife.
No, I know. But we were
remember
saying,
that.
was it like a buzzword? Or
Yeah, it was a buzzword.
Yeah.
John, did we tell you about this last week? Last year we had a boys trip.
Yeah, I remember the word too.
To Scottsdale. Played a bunch of golf and we took the UTVs out.
It was like a miracle you got it out of
Bro,
the
Yeah, it was
one of the
wild.
UTVs
disaster you put it in.
was street legal, so we were able to drive that to the
Yeah,
spot.
yeah.
The other one we had to put it on the trailer.
It was hell. And it was the shittiest of shitty trailers, let's be honest.
You tow it behind Big Gray?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
gotta send Evan the picture. Stewie, do you have the picture of it stuck in the
There's
mud?
no shot I have it.
The
It
trailer
looks
was?
so bad.
I think I have it. So originally we pulled up to like the UTV spot. I pulled in, didn't go far enough, so the car was below the trailer. So the trailer like reverse ramp was like on such a steep angle, and we were slowly reversing it off, and I knew it was too steep. And I was like, you should be good, just send it to Connor. He rode off the back, snapped the trailer like the back gate, snapped the gate off. So that was the first thing that went wrong.
Yeah.
Then we UTV'd for a few hours. Then we got the
How'd you get the gate back on?
We did.
we used the
Bungees.
it was bungees.
Did you get it fixed? Is it fixed now?
No, it's
Nah,
broken.
it's still
Okay.
fucked.
So then as we were leaving,
Hazard.
I kind of got stuck in a pothole in the car, in the Tahoe, and then like some guys came.
The
They,
UTV on the trailer now?
yeah,
Yes.
some guys came, kind of like pushed the front of the Tahoe. I like had some people helping me maneuver because trailers are.
You just put it in
reversed.
4-wheel drive?
Yeah, well, I don't know, man.
What year was it?
I don't know. That was
I bet this was such a simple fix if
Like-
we
I
were
know,
driving it.
21.
last year. It was last year. So then we got this out.
Spring.
This is like a 10-minute ordeal. We finally get it out. I'm like, oh, thank God, we're good. And so I do like a big U-turn across the road, go off the road into like the wash dirt area. The Yukon sinks 3 feet into the ground.
Immediately.
And I try to like fight through it and power through
He's
it.
like, floor it.
And the car, the trailer, the UTV on the trailer sink just 3 feet into the dirt.
Oh, I got it. I got it right here.
And I
was
got
so
send
bad.
it to Evan so he can put
I
it
got
up
it
on
right
the
here.
screen. And
You should just post
bro,
it.
the car was fucked.
How do you
And
get
there were
out?
some people who were like, "Yeah, you guys are good." I pull out, go across the road, do the UE, sink, and he's like, "Oh, well, now they're fucked." They get in their car and just leave. So it's like us 5 who have no idea about any of that stuff, just stranded. The Tahoe sank.
How do you get it out?
Bro, this literally was an
angel.
absolute miracle.
Well, originally we cut the bungee cords because that was the only thing holding the UTV in. So we got those off. Then we reversed the. Here it is.
Like, she's in there deep.
Look look at the front tire. It's halfway down.
halfway in. And all of us are like walking around barefoot in the mud. Like, what do we do? How do we get this out?
So we managed to get the trailer off with the UTV off. So now it was just the car that was stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was like 2.5 feet, and it was just would not move.
And there were like
at
guys
all.
who came by in trucks and like, oh, like you guys need help. We're like, yeah, like, can you help us? And like, okay, like we'll go get like a chain, like come back. Didn't come back. And
One
then
guy-
like one guy
tried with the big truck originally,
Yeah,
couldn't get it.
couldn't get
was
it.
too
And then out of nowhere, this massive, absolutely massive like tractor thing just came out of nowhere down the street. And like
Well, the
passed
guy went to get a chain. He came back with a
Maybe.
tractor.
yeah, no, he was like
maybe you spread the word.
he was like, he came by past us and was like, you guys need help? And I was like, yeah, we do. And he's like, all right, well, I'm really not supposed to be doing this, but like, give me 10 minutes. I'll go get a chain. I'll come back. And like, came back with a chain, yanked us out, bro. It was the most massive.
Pulled you
Weird.
out.
We were stuck for 3 hours.
Oh yeah, we were sitting there, and like the most.
How did you do? Go back to that.
Our most pessimistic friend Benny was like, "Oh God, we're gonna be here till tomorrow."
How did you make a U-turn that
Because-
far into the fucking?
no.
Because he thought.
Because I was on this side of the street, so I was like, "Hey, over there's probably
quicksand.
dry, a big area for me to do a big like U-turn, pull around."
Did you already tell how you were stuck before this?
Yeah, I was stuck before. We got out, and I was like, "All right, we're
And like,
safe."
how long were we stuck the first time though? Like an hour?
No, probably
Did you guys
30
ATV
minutes.
at all?
Yeah,
No, we did.
Yeah, we did.
This was after. So then I thought all that was hard. I thought that was like hard ground. So when I like started pulling into it and I started to feel it sink, I probably should have stopped, but I tried to floor it.
Nice.
And then I just went deeper
Dug it
and deeper
down.
and deeper, and
Yeah,
then just sank
just
and
fucked it.
sank into oblivion.
Bro, it's funny when we were up in Breck. I don't know, like 5-6 years ago, and I had my 4Runner right outside your parents' house, like up on the street. There was someone in like a Nissan Altima, front wheel drive.
Yeah.
Get stuck, and I'm driving, or we saw him in the backyard because you know that road up behind the house.
Yeah.
Saw him, and I was like, I'll go see if I can pull him out. I had like a bumper with like tow hooks, and I was like, I got rope, I'll pull him out. So I go up there, and I go and talk to them. They're fucking hammered.
Really?
They're like drunk. They definitely drove drunk off the road.
Jesus Christ.
And they're like, yeah, bro, it's a rental. Like, can you help us out? And I'm like, have you guys been drinking? And they're like, just a little bit. Like, we're sobering up though. I'm like, okay, let me see if I can pull it off. It was like a rental. On the Altima or whatever they had, the Nissan, there's no like tow hooks, but they had like a little hook thing on the bumper, on the front bumper. And I was like, okay, I'll tie to this.
You already know you ripped it off.
Ripped the front bumper all the way off. All the way off. What's crazy is though, is
Snap
that
it
whole
back
front
on.
bumper.
Yeah, it's a rental.
Yeah, the whole front bumper was like just clipped in. So I pulled the bumper off, floored it, and I was like, oh, I got him out. And I look back, and it's just, I'm dragging the bumper. So I pull back, and they're like hammered, and they're like, oh, shit, well, it's a rental. Like, we can fix this. But then it exposed, like, the frame of the car. And so then I tied it around the frame, pulled it out, and then I gave them the bumper, and they just, like, kicked it back in, and it snapped in somehow.
Duct
But, yeah, duct taped it, and wasn't my problem.
Yeah.
They got out, and who knows how many people they killed that night.
It's
Jesus
a rental.
Christ.
Jesus. Huh?
Yeah, names?
It's a rental.
Yeah, it's a rental. Who cares?
Yeah.
Well, the other, I mean, it's not really, I guess it's kind of a sports thing, but did you see they're bringing back the NCAA football game?
Yeah.
That's going to be actually,
I'll probably play that a lot.
Fun fact.
I was going to say, John, you had a fun story
John, you
here.
got money from that.
John got
Did
paid.
get money from that.
John
But I was
got
also
money.
the number 48th player in the world for NCAA 2009.
Your actual player in the game, or
No,
you as a
Me
player?
as a gamer, because I tore my ACL in the dorm room. Just gamed all the time.
Did you? You
Oh, yeah.
played it.
Yeah.
What was your Xbox or PlayStation 2?
Xbox 360.
The last
Xbox 360.
NCAA game, were you in it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
He
pretty-
got a
then-
settlement from the
Bro,
NCAA.
I know, but I'm pretty sure I played with you. Like before
Yeah.
before I knew
See?
who Lee was, I was playing that game like with my friends in middle
Colorado?
school.
I still have that game.
With
Should
I
bring it
would
in.
literally play with my friends in middle school, and I played at
What was,
CU, and I
what was your name?
I
They
played
didn't
at
have
John
real
Major,
names.
It's just the position.
linebacker number
But
50.
it had like
Like
your hair,
ILB
your
31.
look, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't
Yeah,
it like,
likeness.
it was a lot like a linebacker with long, dark, curly hair, and you were like, hey, this is clearly me. You're using my name and likeness.
Well, someone made a
right?
class action suit so you could join it, but I ended up getting a couple $1,000 because it's like the longer you were in a game, and it's clear it's like based off of you.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
because I was in 5 video games or 4 video games, then it added up.
White linebacker.
Yeah.
Probably wasn't too many of
Yeah,
those.
definitely.
Eh. Well, so
Who do you think's gonna be on the cover?
shoot.
You think it's gonna be Shuda?
Shadu.
If
New quarterback.
if
Shoot a
Shuda's on the
quarterback.
cover, I'm gonna be upset.
We got to get him
Hey.
on the pod.
That's what I was just
I don't
gonna
want
say.
Shooter on the podcast, or not on the podcast. I don't want Shooter on the cover. It should be Johnny Football.
Why?
Should be Joe Burr.
No. Bro, they're not even in college right
Who
now.
cares?
Should be Caleb Williams, Stuart Sanders, someone like famous right now.
Caleb Williams is gonna get drafted.
Huh?
Caleb Williams is gonna get drafted.
Yeah.
He's not gonna be in college
Right now.
anymore.
Yeah, maybe next year. I think it should be Shadur.
Well, this
I bet
was
it
my
is.
take, is that they should do like what NBA 2K used to do and have legendary teams. So they have like the LSU team with Joe Burrow,
Yeah.
the Manziel team, maybe the Auburn with Cam
CU
Newton.
team with John Major.
Yeah, the CU team with John Major.
Yeah.
And you put like Johnny Football, Cam Newton, Joe Burrow, like those guys on the front cover. So you can play with like legendary teams.
Did you see the guy? Who's the guy who announces it? Kirk Herbstreit and the other guy?
Lee Corso?
No, it's a white guy, dark hair. Anyways, I saw like he did a Instagram video of like saying he can talk about it.
Fowler?
Yeah, I think it's Fowler.
He went to see you.
He talks really.
Uh-huh.
I think that was him. I can't remember, but he talks about like he's got to do a play call, so he's like talking about it. He's been recording for like 2 years, voiceovers. But he's like, if a team wants to punt on 2nd and 32, he has to have a voiceover
audio.
for a punt on 2nd and 32.
What?
And he's like, if you want to kick a 71-yard field goal on 1st and 10, he's got to have like a interesting choice on 1st and 10, a 71-yard field goal.
Bro,
so he
that's
goes
so
through,
many scenarios.
Bro, it's literally every scenario he's got to go through.
Thousands.
And he was like, yeah, it's like 1,000 scenarios, like punt on 2nd and 31, 2nd and 32, 2nd and 33, 2nd and 34. He's got to call that play so it feels like it's a real game, like a real broadcast.
I would want to
AI
kill
will
myself
solve
if
that.
I was him.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, they won't even need him anymore.
I mean, yeah.
Sounds awful.
They did that last game?
No, this game
Oh,
coming
they're doing
out.
it. This coming game coming out.
Yeah, like well, in all the games that they've had to
Did you
do.
see what
they
the
gotta
players
call.
get now? You get like $600 and a copy of the game.
Yeah,
That's what Stewie's
that's-
there.
That's all they get, though.
That's,
Well, that's
kinda-
fine. Every year.
I mean, they're dealing out $7 million to players before the game even launches.
Yeah.
So it's wild.
They'll make that back in the
Yeah,
first
it will
5
be a
minutes.
big.
Yeah.
I bet.
But yeah, it's still pretty crazy.
NCAA was way better. I never play video game. I don't play video games now. I think if you're an adult and you play video games, it's suspect. You two play video games.
Yeah,
John.
I played games,
I don't.
What's wrong with playing
I'm
video
not-
games?
I guess there's other stuff
but I
to do,
don't
man.
play until
I work all the time.
I got my boys. It keeps the fire alive
Don't act
between
like you
the
didn't play
boys
video games either.
because we all have
I did in college.
kids and lives.
I don't have a single friend that plays a video game.
You want to play video games tonight?
No.
You think you're better than me?
You know what's crazy?
I'm still better. I
only play,
won
like-
Mario Kart.
Once a week if I'm lucky,
Ugh.
Well, you know what's crazy to me is like yesterday we drove home from Vail.
and it's 9 to 11 p.m.
Weekend skiing. We're absolutely knackered.
working.
I go home, lay on the couch like a normal adult. Stewie goes in his room.
You
and
can
starts
flirt in
playing
the
video games.
DMs,
What
or
is
you can
that?
try and shoot people.
That's like Stewie's decompression is like playing video games, shit blaring in his ears, yelling at the
Nothing's blaring. I don't wear headphones.
What game do you play?
Apex?
Apex, man.
What is that?
It's like COD, but like not.
But it's like cartoons.
No,
It's not. It's not cartoon.
It's
It's like
Minecraft?
cartoon warlocks kind of. It is, bro.
cartoon warlock. Look up Apex.
Why do you
Evan.
play
It's not
that
what it is.
game?
It's,
Why?
Bro, it's just fun. It's like it's fast. It's fast paced. It's high action. It's a fun game.
murders, bro.
Apex.
Fast paced.
You gotta be shitty.
Look, those are cartoon warlocks. You could not get a better description of that
Just
in
the
2
characters.
words.
Just the characters, man.
Play this game?
Bro, it's actually if you look up gameplay, it's actually sick. Look at that. Look, feel on those photos.
I'm not an Apex.
To the left.
Language.
To the left.
Way.
That's just. Bro, it's dope. You guys are weird.
2 words,
There are
cartoon
so
warlocks.
many people that play Apex.
It's a
like,
battle
Look up
royale
the amount of people that
through
play
Yeah,
Apex.
a
month.
bunch of 12-year-olds, man, in middle
No,
school.
man. No.
Shitting on 12-year-olds.
You play video games when you're an adult. It's not a good thing.
Bro, it's
it up.
crazy
If you looked at
popular.
the
Read a book. Get on WeChat. Get on fucking Shopify. Start selling stuff.
Look up how. Yeah, look at the.
you know what you do? You
demographics.
play video games, and when you die, you work.
Exactly.
It's multitask.
That's what I do. Bro, it's pop.
163,000 active players. That's not that many.
300,000 copies sold in the last 7 days. We need to come out with a video game.
Wait, there's no way that's right. 163K
Cartoon
players.
warlocks. That's our next game.
Yeah.
That's what Stewie plays.
Sick game, man. That looks fun.
It's actually
It's like
lit.
a lot of fun, bro.
Gameplay's
Looks
crazy.
fun, man. What do you get if you
hard to
win?
play.
You just
What do you
have
mean? You rank
fun?
up?
You
Oh,
rank
60.
up?
Yeah, you play ranked.
Oh, that was a bigger number than I thought. 64 million in the last 30 days.
I'd love to get like
Yeah.
Halo 2 or 3 back
Bro, I
online.
fucking love Halo.
That would be fun.
Did you know, like,
We should do a Halo collab. I've been saying it.
Yeah.
it's like 60% of Gen Z plans their whole day around a Twitch stream?
No.
Yeah.
This is why I want to get on Twitch.
No one's gonna fucking watch.
I got all the Twitch
warehouse for 12
stats. I'll send them
hours
to you.
on Twitch.
Maybe.
No.
Maybe.
would.
Maybe they'll watch Nick play Apex on Twitch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Why don't you Twitch?
I could stream if I wanted to. But
Stream.
Why don't you Twitch?
That's
Twitch.
pathetic.
I stream. I could stream.
So should we get into our bets of the week?
Yeah, let's get into our bets. I want to hear you guys' bets. Our bets haven't been great.
Except
Some
me.
better than others.
I'm like 4 for 5 or
You're just
5
not.
for 6.
We'll run
You're-
the stats. I don't know
You're
about that.
just. We'll run it back. You're just.
Eric
not.
Cole, top 20 last week.
That's
Got
your
it.
one in I
Locked.
think the last 3 weeks.
No.
I'm
Chiefs money line.
That was a hit for me.
That was
too.
it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going. There's not a lot of sports going on right now. We were talking about this before the podcast. Not
Creighton.
a lot to choose from.
But coming up, it will be.
Okay, you going first.
Yeah, I'm going soccer, FA Cup. Nick's rolling his eyes.
It's like Apex, man.
Fuck. I'm going Chelsea versus Leeds over 2.5 goals total.
What is that?
Minus 150.
FA Cup, bro.
No, when is that game?
Wednesday afternoon.
Okay.
Okay. Minus 150. Okay.
What did you
This-
say? Chelsea to win?
Chelsea versus.
I wasn't
Chelsea
paying
versus
attention.
this guy doesn't listen. Chelsea versus Leeds over 2.5 goals.
Oh, okay,
Total
okay, okay.
between the two teams.
Okay.
My bet, golf bet, the Puerto Rico Open odds weren't up. I think that's next weekend. However, I'm taking a live golf bet.
Ooh.
Anthony Kim is coming back.
Don't know who that is.
Anthony Kim. That's crazy. Anthony Kim
know AK?
is coming back.
Is he
He's American.
Oh.
Played at Oklahoma. He had a great rise. He had a great match against Sergio in the Ryder Cup 10 years ago. He got the rumor is he got a big insurance payout for $10 million, and he never played another PGA Tour event.
wasn't
He was
allowed
like the
to
next big thing. His insurance payout, he got injured. He said he could take the insurance money, but he could never play in
dude
another
He
golf
was an
event.
animal, apparently.
He was great. He was the next big thing.
What?
Liv signed him for like $50 million. Took his insurance payout. Said we'll cover that because he had to pay the money back. And Liv paid him. He's making his debut the first time in like 12 years next week in Jeddah for the Liv Golf event. He's a wild card player. Plus 750 top 10. I'm taking Anthony Kim.
That is
Plus 750 top 10. He has not touched a club in tournament competition in over 12 years.
How old is he?
He's probably 35 now.
It's not that
The
old.
dude
I
was-
cannot wait to see him. Bro, that is the best move.
What does he
Since
even look
day
like?
one, I said if Liv signed Anthony Kim, that's going to change them more than signing John Rahm, more than signing Brooks Koepka. Signing Anthony Kim. People are going to tune in and watch that. Their ratings are going to be through the roof.
apparently a party animal.
He's 38.
Yeah, 38.
He's in his prime.
Yeah.
That is
Golf.
not your prime.
Post
You
prime.
can golf till you're 70.
John. What's your bet?
I'm going EPL, Everton, against
And
West Ham.
Smashing
Home
day for a
advantage.
pint, ain't it?
smash your day for a point in it.
Their 5-game history's strong, but again, home field advantage in soccer, super strong.
Who are they playing?
Those are positive odds, so I think there's value there.
Who are they playing?
West Ham.
They're playing the
That was your
Hammers.
team, John.
I thought
No,
West
I
Ham was
lied.
your team. They're playing Everton and at Goodison Park.
Yeah.
Soccer nerds.
Do you do EPL? I'm doing EPL. I'm doing a soccer bet. I'm a soccer fan. What do you mean? What are you rolling your eyes for?
This is the worst time of the year. There's no baseball.
We're almost to
College
March Madness.
basketball.
March Madness.
Basketball sucks.
I got the Manchester Derby on Sunday. I'm going City 3-1 scoreline plus 750 odds.
So that exact scoreline has to hit.
Yes.
That's not happening.
I just told you a half hour ago in my pod. Those odds are fucking awful. You will lose. If I could fade you as hard as I could, I
Bro,
would.
picking that scoreline should be like plus 2,500.
Yeah, I
At
agree.
least.
Yeah. I'm just dealing with the cards I'm dealt, man. What do you mean?
He's got an algorithm, okay?
It's awful.
Yeah, he's got
City 3-1 against United on Sunday.
Count it.
Count
So
it. Plus
just know when
750.
March comes, March Madness, you know the strategy, right? Underdogs first half.
First halves.
Underdogs first half. Always take it.
Worked out for me in the
We
Super
got to
Bowl.
get a good like bracket thing between the four of us.
Yeah.
Get some people to like pick who's gonna have. The
I've
best
actually never made a bracket ever.
You see the person and all they do is bet underdogs?
Fuck you mean fade 'em?
Yeah, you make
Like,
money.
It's just underdogs, every
The
underdog,
whole
no matter
tournament.
what, and you end up
They make
making
money.
Yeah.
I saw that last year.
It's like the 1 15 seed who wins covers like a lot of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You start panicking out the gate.
I think you put like $20 on every underdog the whole tournament.
I think
And the guy won like $6,000 last year.
I think that's what's weird is there's always been a 15 seed beats a 2 seed.
16's
Like-
only beaten a 1 once.
Yeah, that you don't bet on, but a 15 to beat a 2 has happened like every year, like 90% of the time.
When was the
or
last time a
something
1 seed was
crazy.
in the final?
Last year probably.
Last
it?
year.
all the time?
All the time?
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Usually.
Don't go with Stewie on our bracket.
No.
Watch me do the
Stewie's
best.
picking on team colors and mascots.
Watch me do the best.
He's like the girls
Oh, yeah.
when they ask their girlfriend like, "Who do you want to win?" They're like,
100%. Oh, the Tigers. I love the cute mascot.
Cute tiger.
Watch
Yeah.
me win.
He looks fuzzy.
Honestly.
Watch me win.
Honestly.
Watch.
He looks
Probably
super
watch.
fuzzy.
We'll definitely put up brackets.
What's a Tar Heel?
What is a Tar Heel?
I don't even know.
It's something like a goat, kind of.
Yeah, it is kind of like I don't know
It's
what
like
it is either.
goat-ish.
I don't know what
Yeah.
it's called.
It's like a
though.
billy
You
goat.
looked that
Yeah.
up, Evan.
What is a
what's
North
tar?
Carolina Tar
Is
Heel?
it
I don't even
like,
know
is
if
it like
they're
a
good this
ram?
year.
Is it like a
Tar
ram?
heel.
Is it like a ram
That's their
offspring?
emblem.
Yeah, it's like a ram.
Like
Yeah, it
a
is
ram
a ram.
offspring?
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
certain species.
Okay, you're not as stupid as you look. What is a tar heel? I wouldn't go tar heel. Tar
Yeah,
heel.
see, it's
What
like
is
a
a
little,
tar
it's like
heel?
a little,
Right there.
It's like a little ram.
Bruh.
Yeah, see?
Click back, Evan.
No, it's right there.
Come on, Jamie. Click what is a tar heel? Yeah. A tar heel is really anyone from the entire
Well,
state of
that's
North
very
Carolina.
Tar Heel
Tar Heel
State.
State. Everyone in North Carolina got it.
The goat is irrelevant.
Huh.
Is it a goat? Was I right, though?
The sheep
Is
is
it a sheep?
irrelevant.
Sheep with horns? It's a sheep.
Huh.
No?
There's just like a person from that state.
The bovine creature is irrelevant.
Bovine creatures?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know.
That looks like a character in Stewie's little video game.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it is.
Put a gun in his hand?
Yeah,
What is-
a little
put a
gun.
gun in
They're
his
actually
Yeah.
all people.
Put a little costume on
So
them. Yeah.
they just have dope costumes.
Put a wand in that guy's hand.
Bro, you can do, bro. What? You can
Dude,
do skins.
play
on,
with
you can
that
put,
guy.
You can do skins on them. Sick.
Dude, rip
I
that
bet you
guy.
have like some little
What is it,
plasma
though?
blaster gun.
What is it?
and shit.
It's actually energy, not plasma. So shut the fuck
Energy. It was energy.
It's energy, bro.
Not
up.
plasma.
So is it a goat? Is it a ram? It's a ram. It's a sheep.
Yeah, it's something.
But that's
But
not
that's just
tar
like the stupid, you know.
Didn't mean anything.
It's a ram.
Yeah.
The worst is Stanford. Cardinal.
Cardinal.
Tree.
The tree.
It's a color.
Stupid.
It's not the Cardinals. It's the Cardinal.
Yeah, it's the cardinal
the
tree.
cardinal.
Yeah.
No, it's
That's
an
a
Indian.
pretty- That's a pretty
It's
big.
an Indian tribe.
The cardinal.
Cardinal.
really?
The Stanford is literally a tree.
It used to be there used to be
mascot
like an
is-
Indian mascot.
the
I think
mascot
they got in trouble.
Is
You
a
know
tree.
what's crazy about how Stanford? Just small fun fact how they started. Did you know that?
No.
The parents, their
Slavery?
son died, and they wanted to donate a lot of money to Harvard University. They had a lot of money, and they wanted to name a building after their son. And Harvard said no, and so they went to California and started the entire school, Stanford, after their son.
Really?
Because they wanted to make a building called the Stanford Building, and they didn't, and they started.
Joke's on you, Harvard, you freaking losers.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
Harvard's actually, boo.
Boo.
Should we get into fair fraud?
Oh yeah,
Let's finish it up with fair or fraud, huh, Evan?
Yeah.
fair
Okay.
or
We got
fraud.
like 15 minutes until John's got to go put the kiddies in bed.
Mm-hmm.
kitties. You got dinner plans?
All right, first
Responsibility.
one: celebrating someone's missed putt for money.
I've
or an
actually-
opponent's missed putt. You know, have you ever had one of those guys where like you're playing them for money, you try to make a putt, you miss, and they're like, "Let's go, let's go!" Start celebrating.
It's kind of like cheering for a shank in tennis.
That's a
You
fucking
don't
thing.
cheer
I
bad
think-
shots.
I think deep down, obviously you're internally celebrating. External celebration, especially with your boys, like it's awkward. You know, you're kind of like pissed, but you're happy. You lose. I think you razz once you get to the clubhouse and have a beer.
Yeah.
But I think right there, like, yeah, fuck yeah. Unless it's like a team match and you're like, it's good
With your
vibes.
teammate, maybe, yeah.
But no, yeah, fraud.
We've actually witnessed. Well, we've been victim of this one time. It was pretty hilarious.
Bro, I was playing some guy for money.
Yeah, and
And-
I was on his team,
Who?
not Liam's. I was on the guy's
Who
team.
are you playing?
Just some
Some
kid.
old guy who used
Yeah,
to play
who's
soccer
on
with
the
us
team.
at DU.
Yeah.
And I missed like a 6-foot putt or something. And I think it was like to tie the hole, and I missed. And he starts like fist pumping and like razzing
He's like,
himself up.
he's like on the green. He's like, let's fucking go. Like
"Let's
looking at,
fucking
he's like
go."
looking at me, and he's like,
He's like, I knew he was gonna
I'm
fucking
like,
miss. Let's
I'm
go.
just like standing there, and I'm like, bro, just
Oh.
chill.
That's a fraud.
Did it rattle
fraud.
you?
Huh?
Did it rattle you?
Yes.
I think I ended up winning, but still, it's
Yeah.
that's such a fraud move.
I agree.
Deep down, I'm like, let's fucking go,
you can do
pussy.
it in your head.
Yeah, do it in
But,
your
like,
head.
not like,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm not gonna like.
No, you shouldn't show it out. You know.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you're not
Yeah.
doing that. That's
No.
That's such a fraud. All right, next one. Throwing clubs. I got the master sitting right next to me.
Go ahead, Nick. What do you fair or fraud? Nicholas?
So this is definitely fair. Yeah, so I played on yesterday, and bro, it was like 40-mile-an-hour gusts and like 15-mile-an-hour winds. You'd hit a shot and you'd be like, oh, it's good, and it's short, or you just don't know where it's going. And so I would get pissed, and I was like, and then I was missing a lot of putts too. And if I'm throwing a club, I'm gonna make sure I throw it. And my buddy John always is like, getting out of the way, like I'm gonna get my ankles shattered because Nick's throwing a club. Just throw it, and I fake it, but throw it the opposite direction and make sure it lands like on the grass and doesn't cause damage on the course. I think you look like an absolute clown. I'll admit that. I look like a clown when I throw a club, but I think it's fair.
No.
Don't
Fraud?
throw
You don't throw clubs?
completely
I've
free.
seen you throw clubs.
I've never thrown. When was the last time I threw a
Hucked
club?
one into a
joking?
pond.
When?
I don't know, but you've thrown them.
I don't think I've ever thrown a club. I think like jokingly, I like kind of just chucked it like when we were with our friends, but not like.
I think we have to pull up tape. Didn't he throw a club somewhere? Weren't we somewhere and he like hucked a club far?
No way I hucked a club.
I don't know.
I'm not that disrespectful on the course.
Okay.
I'm a gentleman. This is a gentleman's game, like tennis.
I've never seen you throw a club ever.
Fraud from you, John?
Ice water.
Fraud.
It really bums me out.
Yeah, you're
It really
just,
bums me
You're
out.
just a scumbag.
It
for
is
tossing
embarrassing,
clubs.
and then you look back and you're like, wow,
What about
kind of
snapping a
behavior is
club?
that?
What if you just like snap a club calmly, and then it goes right back in the bag?
I just think it's funny. I think,
Like you miss a shot, just like a no emotion.
I've snapped a
snap,
club.
and then like in the bag.
I like the guy on the PGA Tour, and he goes like this, and he just snaps the club over his neck,
Yeah.
and just like
The Bo
calmly
Jackson.
Yeah.
snaps it, and then just throws it in the trash.
What if he just like walking over to the pond and just like drops it in? Just
I would like that. I'd rate that. Instead of throwing a club, just go in there and drop the
yeah,
club
just
in the
kinda drop
pond.
it in casual.
Yeah.
I would rate that. Yeah. Throwing a club, you're still
Push
kind of
it
a
out
pussy.
to the middle slowly.
Okay, so
Yeah.
3 frauds and a fair on that
There
one.
you go.
Yeah. Well, I've seen Nick one time. He hit a bad drive in Arizona, put the club cover back on his driver, and then like swung his driver as hard as he could, threw the driver cover off his club like 30 yards into the shit. And then we were like, now what? And then you had to go get it. So
Yeah,
you had to
you
like
look like an
walk
idiot.
through
The
the
walk of shame.
cactuses.
The walk of shame's hard, but
that has to
I
hurt.
have buddies
rage
who've thrown it
blow.
into the pond and they've had to swim because it's like a $600 driver.
they've gone out and
Christ,
swam
they
and got the
swam and
club.
got it?
Well, it's
Okay, I'm
if
not-
it was
I'm
like a
not
new
that
paradigm or
stupid.
something.
Yeah, I'm not throwing the club into the water.
Pure emotional
dumb.
reaction.
Yeah.
Do they float? They float, right?
Yeah, they're hard.
Yeah.
That is kind of fun with rental
Drivers.
clubs though, because you can kind of toss those around a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Feel a little bit
Like
better
in
about it.
Damon's hitting the putter off the tee. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's good.
All right,
Fraud.
what's the next one? Not watching your friend's ball. So if you're on the tee box, you know, you kind of hit a drive, like, oh, I lost it. You look back and all your buddies are on their phone or talking.
Happens to me
fucking
all the
around.
time.
Anyone see that? No, didn't see it.
Now I go
But, like,
and I
why
say,
didn't you
"Hey, watch this."
Yeah.
But why didn't you see it?
Huh?
Like why?
I'm not paying attention.
When
It
you're
does,
when you're hitting, why didn't you see it?
well, that's part of it. But you know, the sun's in your eyes. The problem sometimes you got to go like
if you
this.
can't see it, why would I be able to see it?
You got to go like
The sun's
this.
in your eyes.
Because
You
you're
gotta go
trying
like
to
this.
swing.
You're a swing. So the guys, but like to John's point, sun's in your eyes. Like you can't see. Hey guys, watch this, and everyone's like watching. You know,
I've done that for you.
I think it's
countless
fair.
times.
It's not my responsibility to watch your ball.
No, it's
I'm
not.
gonna if I'm paying attention, I'll tell you. Oh, I saw it.
yeah,
You know?
yeah, but like that's not my
Ever since
responsibility.
LASIK too, I can't see the ball land. I kind of know where it
You got
goes.
LASIK?
Yeah,
That's
twice.
cute.
I think you should watch your friend's balls.
And watch
You guys are laughing, but for real, I think you should.
Laughing.
No, I'm
at
laughing
it. You
'cause-
don't get it.
Most,
get it, man?
no, I know, but most of the
You watch your
time,
friend's balls?
most of the time, you
No,
should
your
watch
roommates.
where
Yeah.
your friend's balls.
He's probably seen my balls a lot actually.
That's kind of fucked. Watch where they're hitting the ball. I don't know where it's going.
Well, then pay attention, man.
I'm trying to look, but I'm trying to focus on hitting the thing.
When you have a 30% fairway accuracy like me,
Yeah.
you need your friends.
Yeah,
You need
exactly.
your friends to
John.
watch. But just give them a heads up.
I'm
That's
not
what-
gonna, but I'm not watching it for it. That's fraud.
Stewie's the worst. I'm like, hey, where'd that go? I don't know. I'm on TikTok,
that's
bro.
not-
I've
bro.
not.
My sister's going viral a bit. I'm in the
Viral,
video.
bro.
I am
you know.
viral.
I'm on
Actually,
TikTok, bro.
I'm
Yeah.
viral.
Your sister's
I am
viral.
viral.
Look at
No,
this
Your
shit on
sister's
Instagram.
viral,
my
bro.
sister's viral because of me.
No, well, no.
No.
No phone call, no stew talking, no viral video.
Okay, well, whatever.
Whatever, man. Next one. Giving too many tips out on the course. Is that fair?
It seems like a dig today. I mean, unwarranted tips, yes, but when like you two, like in the bunker, your bunker plays are so.
Yeah, but if I'm
atrocious.
asking you, I'm like, Nick, teach me how to hit a bunker shot. I don't care how many tips you give me. But if I'm just like, hit a shit shot, and you're like, hey, man, do this, I'm like, go fuck yourself.
yeah,
Yeah,
I don't.
This is like if you don't ask for it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's fraud.
Fraud.
I don't think you.
Derek
should
does that shit all the time. I'm like, Derek,
fraud, yeah.
just
I
stop.
like it. I'm
Yeah.
coachable.
Bro,
I'm used to
no.
it.
But when someone's
I want to
worse-
get better.
when someone's worse than you
That's
and they're
true.
trying to tell you what to do.
That's
Yeah,
the worst.
that's
When
the
someone
worst.
worse than you is giving you a tip, like, "Hey,
Yes.
bro, you're doing this," and then get the fuck out
Like
of here.
maybe Nick can give tips, but like I would never really give anyone tips.
No.
You shouldn't.
You think
I'm
any-
not
give
giving
a
anyone
mouse a
tips.
tip.
No.
Like, I could give like Connor a tip, I feel like.
Oh yeah.
Every coach
Yeah.
is
Like, I
not
can get
better
someone who's
than
really
the
shitty.
player. It's because they just know what to do. It doesn't mean they do it, but they know how to do it.
Yeah.
But it's
I
like
know what to do. I just can't execute.
But it's like the player who's worse than you or probably shitty themselves. They don't know what they're talking about, so they're just giving you a pointless tip that's not even gonna.
When they're
help.
like, hey, man, you should like work on your
They
grip.
they just need that disclaimer. Hey, don't do what
hey,
I
I
do.
don't know what I'm doing,
Yeah.
but this
Yeah.
is what I
But this is what I read in the
Most
Tiger
of-
Woods book.
Yeah.
How I play
Unless
golf.
you're a good player, that's fraud. You're a
Fraud.
fraud. Don't talk to me
Yeah.
Yeah.
because you suck just like.
I agree. When I'm
Give-
getting a
give
tip
me
from
all
a
the
guy who's
tips.
shittier than me, I'm like,
Do people give you tips?
well, like my dad still does, and he's like, "Oh, you're doing this." I'm
Well, he's
like,
better
"I'm
than
fucking
Guys,
smoking you."
Guy's better than you.
No, he's not. He has not
should
beat me in a
probably
long
Yeah,
time.
I mean, he's
He
better.
is good player, but like it just annoys me. There are some other people who give like Daniel's giving me tips, Corey's giving me tips. I'm like, The fuck out of here, man. I'm
Did
smoking.
they beat you last time though?
No.
Didn't they beat you in AZ?
No. Not even close.
I'm pretty sure they.
Skylar did. Skylar, but it was horrific conditions. So,
It's not about the
and
conditions.
Skylar's good.
You guys were supposed to be working, not playing.
You played
Games.
one round.
We were working.
Were you?
Stu
We were working.
Were you?
We're
You were
getting
in
deals.
meetings.
We're getting
You were
deals with Shindy.
Yeah, okay.
Was cashing
Coming to
checks.
fruition yet?
Snapping
Did you cash
necks,
any checks?
Cashing checks.
Did you do any of those things?
Yes.
Did you?
Yeah.
I didn't see a check cash
Yeah.
in the
Because I
bank.
want to drive a Range Rover.
Okay.
Bro.
Bank, bro.
Get ass.
John, you got your little Easter egg for the people who are watching?
Whoa.
Is it the same?
No, you can do a different one.
Do a different one.
Be creative.
Switch it up.
Be creative, John.
Last week, we did 50% off bags. That was a good deal. People
Let's
jumped on
do.
that.
We should do
That
do
sold
something
out
with Harry
quick.
Potter.
People were like, "Oh, bro, you didn't have a lot of views on
Oh,
YouTube."
bag.
Just FYI, this streams on Spotify,
When's this going?
iTunes,
iTunes.
all podcast platforms.
I think we're on.
We do not have a Joe Rogan Spotify deal, so we are not exclusive. Although he just went back onto Apple, we are on all podcast platforms.
I think we're on Kindle, Amazon.
We're on everything, man. So people are going to be listening. Some people are watching on YouTube. So the codes go quick. So if you're listening to the code, it goes quick.
What was your code last week?
The Hanyak,
Yeah, it was the Hanyak.
50% off bags. Flavor
Whoa.
50% off a
Category?
bag.
Rivers,
Holy
100
shit.
people, and then went out and like,
We're losing money on that deal.
oh yeah,
Thinking about a BOGO, maybe.
Whoa.
okay,
People like BOGOs.
okay,
Should we do like a CC BOGO?
okay. Close course
CCBOGO
CCBOGO.
for
CCBOGO.
polos?
Yeah, I like
Oh,
that.
CCBOGO
For a buy one get one
BOGO.
polo.
Yeah.
polo.
Okay.
And you could risk it until Friday when the spring collection comes out,
No, it won't last.
Oh,
but it could be gone by then. It's
gonna be gone
Or we
tonight.
take advantage of
CC
something we have
Bowl.
now.
especially you get one free because people are rats for free stuff.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Buy one get one free.
Yeah.
CCBOGO.
CCBOGO at PINSACESAND. Wait, no. PINSANDACES.com.
That was
Pinsandaces.com.
way longer than it should have
Okay.
taken.
So
That was pretty sick.
let me sum it up for you. CCBOGO at checkout on pinsandaces.com. Yep. Buy one get one polo. Add 2 polos to your cart. Put in the code. You're going to get one of those polos for free. First, let's do 100 customers. These codes have been going quick. So first 100 customers use that code. You're going to get a buy one get one free polo.
Yeah.
Also, if you email closecourse@pinsandaces.com with your questions, what are some of the questions that came in this week?
Well, one guy did email. He said, "Hey guys, I tried to use the code CC head cover. It didn't work. What's going on with the codes?" Again, these codes are only active for a few days, and it's only for the first 50, 100, 200 people, whatever we say. And again, like Nick said, a lot of these views are not on YouTube. YouTube's like our lowest, I guess, active video platform right now. So we get a lot of views on Spotify, iTunes, other stuff like that. So again, it's just for the first 50, 100, 200 people, whatever we say. So
You need to watch
First 100 people on this code.
and listen.
yeah, you got to listen and use the code
Yeah.
for sure. And actually, someone did ask, guys, spring's around the corner. This is a new question. When's the spring collection coming out?
Wouldn't you like to know?
3-1.
March 1st. It's actually a day before the old B day for your boy.
3-2 is your birthday?
Yes, sir.
Wow, 24?
24, the big 2-4.
Wow. That's big
I
time.
did have one more question, a couple in here. One of them was from Jake. He said, "I really like the power hours in November and December.
Oh.
When is the next power hour?"
Oh, Jake.
Okay.
Are we allowed,
question.
Are we allowed
We're
to
gonna-
talk
we're gonna-
about it?
Wait, are we?
We're going to tell it right
Yeah,
here,
don't-
close course listeners. March 12th,
Oh.
7 p.m.
Oh,
Mountain Time
you've really given it away.
is
there.
our power hour.
Oh.
So we're not going to tell you what's in the power hour. You can go back and look at kind of what launched mid-March. You probably have an inclination. Power hour, March 12th.
When you say inclination,
Yeah.
What do you think that means?
Do you know what that word means?
inclination?
Yeah.
I honestly can't say I've ever heard of the word.
Jeez, man. Coughing like me in the last 2 pods. Pull it together.
Fuck, man. You didn't want to take a
You're gonna
guess?
give me like, you want to guess?
Inclination. What do you think inclination means?
Like, yeah, I mean, if you is it like guess?
Don't you have a
Is that a
master's
synonym
degree?
for guess? If you had to guess, I have a master's in marketing.
Masters.
Yeah, kind of like a guess or an idea.
Why not just say it then?
Huh?
Why not just say guess?
Inkling.
It's just a more fun word.
You think you're cooler than me? You think you're better?
When you're more advanced and smarter, you use bigger words.
Yeah.
Read a book, man.
Where's your master's degree?
Huh?
Huh?
I'm right here.
What?
I'm in the business, man.
Your master's degree?
Yeah.
PhD.
Yeah.
All right,
PhD.
You got a PhD in sucking dick.
Okay. Okay. Take him off the root beers.
Yeah, he's
having
drinking
root
root beers on the podcast.
Non-alcoholic root beers tonight.
He's sugared up.
You're literally
got a sugar
drinking
rush.
root beer?
Yeah, bro, it's so good.
Gluten-free root beers.
It's actually
It
vegan.
is good.
Vegan, all natural, gluten free. Shout out Rocky Mountain. Shout out Rocky Mountain Soda Company.
One of the other questions we did get in the past couple days, someone said, when are you guys going to have a Pins and Aces tournament?
Oh, golf tournament.
What do you like to know?
Well, we have 2 on the books right now.
You touch on
Go
the
ahead.
first one, I'll touch on
Rip
the
on
second
it.
one.
Go ahead.
So the first one, we had our first one last year, and it benefits Children's Hospital NICU department. So that tournament is going to be June 3rd in Longmont, Colorado at Fox Hill. That is June 3rd. Registration.
Yeah, registration.
We'll open up probably mid-March for that June 3rd. It will sell out. So we're really excited that it's going to be 108 players, a great 2-man scramble format we're going to be doing on that. And then we got another one that we're really excited about.
Yeah, so that's the Minnesota tournament. You guys might have seen some clips of me and Nick at that Nature Link Resort a couple months ago now up in Minnesota. So we're going to do another tournament out there August 19th to the 21st. It's going to be the first day is a practice round. Second day is the real event, 2-man scramble, but it's going to be pricey. It's going to be like...
It's a premium event.
You're paying for the experience. You'll
But-
never get.
but
It's like a
get in your
retreat,
life.
Yeah,
though.
because this is not just a golf tournament.
Yeah, it's unreal.
You go to this NatureLink resort. It's a 5-star resort, one of the best, probably in the country.
crazy, yeah.
Definitely in
It'll
Minnesota.
be in the midst of summer.
yeah.
Yeah,
It'll be
Perfect.
beautiful.
What a
perfect
beaut.
weather.
Yeah.
So you get 2 nights of hotel lodging.
This isn't any lodging.
No.
This is like cabin on the lake, premium
Why do they-
Gucci.
Absolutely
Why do they call it
Gucci.
lodging?
So you get 2 nights of lodging, 2 nights of food, 2 nights of drink, 2 rounds of golf.
Bunch of swag.
a bunch of
Unlimited
swag.
edition
Bunch of
You
swag.
got a lot of pin stuff.
Goodie
You're gonna get some other
bags.
sponsors. You're going to get some stuff from as well. So that's going to be a 2-day event, 2 nights, 2 rounds of golf. The tournament itself is going to be, I think, just a 1-day event, 2-person
It's limited
scramble.
36 players, right?
Yeah, only 36 players. So that's going
Maybe
to
a
sell
sick
out
trophy.
quickly. We'll probably maybe start registration maybe in a couple weeks, I would
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
But keep your eyes out for that one because it's going to go quick. We're all going to be there. We're going to be hanging out. I think we're also going to have one night where we go out to the bars in the area. We're going to have food, maybe a bartender come in. We'll have a poker
Think of
night.
it more of a retreat.
I love the accentuation Liam's put. We're going to have food.
I mean, this guy.
You got to sell it. You got to sell it.
Selling
I
it.
think
gotta
I
sell it.
think we should
There's gonna
have
be free alcohol.
It's gonna be
kind of
free
like
alcohol.
the hooligan tournament early
Yeah.
fall as well.
Yeah. We're looking at adding. We'd like to
full
have 4
spectrum.
events. We'd like to have
Did
four
you
events.
just call me a hooligan?
You definitely are. You don't know what inclination means.
That does not.
Therefore,
that
you're
is
a
not.
hooligan.
I'm not. Don't lump me in
So,
with
and on top of
hooligans.
that tournament in Minnesota, the Pins guys are going to, us 4 will be there. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hoot and a holler.
Yeah, it's pricey, but I think it's definitely worth the money.
Yeah.
You see some tournaments that are $1,500 a team, and it's just a round of golf.
Yeah.
You're getting 2 nights, food, drink, a
Golf,
bunch of other cool
swag.
Stuff. It's
Yeah.
right on a
Get
private lake.
An education from
Yeah.
Stewey.
Damn, dude,
Yeah,
you could
yeah.
sell prosciutto to a rabbi, man.
Yeah.
That sales pitch.
Yeah, with the ink. Yeah, with the big word.
It's kosher.
That's kosher.
I mean, they make kosher hot dogs.
Yeah.
They can make kosher prosciutto.
those are
I don't know that reference.
Those are pork.
Sell prosciutto to a rabbi.
Yeah. So is
Jews don't
dogs.
eat pork.
Jews don't eat pork.
hot dogs are pork.
No, they're beef.
Yeah, they're beef, bro.
All beef hot dogs.
Who's the smart guy now?
Who's got the masters and who doesn't?
Yeah, Stewie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
All right, guys.
All right.
One final question, and I'm gonna pop in the podcast today. Not sure if we want to release it or not, but
What?
do we have any future guests planned? And if so, who are they?
We're gonna hold that.
Okay.
Oh,
We got to hold that. But yes, we're going to be having guests on, not frequently, but infrequently as they come in. People who are fans of the brand, who support the brand, they'll definitely be here. But we're going to hold that one. We do have another guest scheduled.
Yeah. And I saw some guy commented, say, hey, I loved when Dustin and Jacoby came on. Super cool. Kind of the same thing. Are you guys going to have guests on all the time? Definitely not all the time. You got to be a diehard Pins guy. You gotta like the brand. We're not just gonna bring on any.
I mean, we ain't no Joe Rogan, just bringing on guys.
Not yet.
I mean,
and you gotta like the
not
brand too. You know, it's more about the brand. If you're a true Pins fan, we'll have you on, but
Yeah.
we're not gonna have you on if you're just
Not if you're like a piece of shit,
Joe
though.
Blow.
Yeah.
if you're just a Joe Blow who might be somewhat famous.
Yeah.
What's a Joe Blow? Joe Blow?
You don't know that reference either?
If you're a Joe Blow?
yeah.
No.
If you're a nobody, that's a reference.
Why don't you
for
say
a
that?
Nobody. Nobody. Again, man, read a fucking book.
Put the
Some of
root
this
beers
dumb
down.
terminology, man.
Drink of water.
Say it.
Got too much
Put the
sugar in
root
your
beers
system.
down,
Just
man.
grow up and say what the real thing is.
Joe Blow.
People are asking the same things. I'm just the only one brave enough to speak about it.
Respect.
Okay?
I just
No dumb questions.
Yeah.
I just saw Nick's Zin can, so this also kind of reminded me of another question. Nick's always ripping Zins on any video he's in, always in the podcast. Do you guys have any Zin products coming out soon? Is that a potential collab or another product?
Guy's a cloud chaser.
I'd love to do a collab with Zyn. We tried. It's hard with the nicotine on marketing. They have strict regulations around that. We do have some workarounds. We got something coming out. So TBD on that.
In the next month, there's definitely something coming out, Zin related. Can't really say it for sure,
Yeah,
but
and the new player preferred bags have a little Zyn pocket. That's clutch. That's I think we're the only bag that does that. So
it's die hard for Nick.
shout out to all the Zyn.
I mean, that
users
was
on
really important. Let's get this on the
So
bag.
yeah. All right. Well, thanks guys. It's been a great episode. Episode 7, close course. We'll see you guys again next time.
Appreciate it.
Woo!
And cut that. Cut.
I gotta pee.
Cut.